up on this freaking game.
That's what I've been saying. Hold on, I gotta beat you.
All right, do it. Michael Keller says, talking about shitty sports. What's your opinion on the current soccer world championship?
I'll be honest, I haven't watched football or soccer, whatever you want. I call it football because fuck American football.
Yeah.
There, I said it. I haven't been watching soccer since,
Ever?
No, it's been a while. It's been a long while, so I have zero opinion. I know this. I hate how soccer fans react to things.
Yeah, it's pretty shitty.
So that's taken me out of any interest of the sport. So I guess I'm a reactionary in that. And sports in general don't attract me that much. The only sports that attract me are like actual like mixed martial arts or
combat sports.
Yeah, combat sports. That's about it.
Even
then, I'm not.
It's worthy to note that our partner Guardian is mega into soccer.
Yeah, he's a hooligan in the making.
That being said, he's not a complete fool when it comes to it.
He only gets naked for certain teams.
He does get naked. Water sports?
What? Oh, yes. I like water sports.
You do?
Yes.
Like surfing?
No, I like as in getting peed on.
Oh.
Look, I'm not going to lie. I've been peed on a few times in my life. And I've peed on people. And it was great.
All right.
But that's just my thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to lie about it.
Like,
about you just pee yourself?
Yeah, I do pee. I have a constant smell of urine. It's not very good. Hey, Marcus, we gave up on the old game thing because it was horrid.
That was his fault. He insisted on the game. Even though, one, I don't play games that often.
That's true.
Two, it would require concentration.
If it was like Doom or something.
Yeah, I could do that with
You could do Doom.
Yeah, I could do that with my, schlong out.
Yeah. Soccer sucks. I just say that because I'm too fat to participate. Dude, I played soccer once in Arizona, and I damn near died.
I'm going to tell you right now, Marcus, since you are a big fella like us, # we're fat.
Yep.
You are given a free membership to FKNS, formerly known as Fat Kids Not Skating, now known as Fat Kids Not Soccering, I guess. So, yeah, free membership.
Desperately trying to find my water bottle. Failing! There we go, I found it.
Yeah. The game thing.
You're
regretting that immediately.
Look.
I'm not going to lie. This guy spent usually on Saturdays we sit down and watch a couple of movies.
Yeah.
He picks one, I pick one. And, to mix results sometimes. So that's usually the plan. So he says to me, I'm going to do this. I'm like, all right. He practiced it. It should be a pretty, an oiled machine.
Oh, yeah, big time.
Little did I know that the oil was all over the floor.
The oil was actually semen.
Hypothetically speaking. Let's see. By the way, fat. Thanks for making me feel slim, guys. I'm fat, but not like you.
Gee, man.
Thanks for making me feel fat.
Ooh.
Nah, we're fat.
Yeah, that's true.
Nah, you're slim, man. We're all slim if we want. According to the modern day, if you are what you want to be, I guess. You were unicorn if you want to be.
Well, you know that saying, you are what you eat? I happen to eat pig a lot. So, woo. So what's the plan for the rest of the night?
I don't know. Throw some questions out. We'll answer questions.
Yeah.
Suggestions about topics. I don't give a shit.
My original plan was to play some games, but that died.
That was a horrible idea.
Yeah. Woo.
128 kilos. What is that in American?
Shit.
What, like 6,000 pounds?
Yeah.
Is that about right?
Sounds about right.
We use the, we don't use the proper system of measurement here. Only fools in the world not doing it. Anyway.
So, right now I'm starting to regret, first of all, my life.
Yeah.
But also the mask thing again.
Yeah, we have to turn off the air.
We have no air conditioning.
We usually film at my place, and it's air conditioned at the least. But the Wi-Fi doesn't reach over there.
Yeah,
so.
and it's like 109 degrees over here.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good. We're probably gonna die pretty soon.
Oh, this will be a good one.
Yeah.
On death screens, bound to get.
Here's my cell phone. Oh shit, we're back. There might be occasional disconnects. But just bear with us. This is a in-progress system. There's 8,000 dongles hanging off my freaking laptop right now.
Mm-hmm.
But like I was saying, Apparently Marcus's Wi-Fi is his cell phone hotspot. And it's a sad situation over here.
Did we just disconnect again?
No, it's on a bit of a delay. It wasn't you. It was us. It will happen probably every once in a while. Just bear with it. This is an in progress system. Anyway, interestingly enough, like I was gonna say, our most viewed video. Take a guess.
Porno video. No, it's a crappy wrestling video.
Yeah, it is, but not counting the crappy wrestling video.
Stephen King video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many views?
I don't know.
1,455.
Oh, really? Which one?
Top 10 favorite Stephen King novels, which interestingly enough is one where I don't speak, so that says a lot. Whenever I speak, people tune out, or the stream just ends.
That's why I disconnected. It wasn't a technical issue.
No,
it was just like, man, fuck
shit,
this noise.
guy, he tried to do a game thing and it failed. It has 51 likes and 1 dislike. That 1 dislike kind of annoys me because there always has to be that one guy. Oh, there you go. That was what brought Marcus into the fray.
Oh yeah.
And apparently.
Hey Marcus, what's your favorite Stephen King book that you've read?
We might.
Let's see.
Well, the one dislike is Vic.
Fucking Vic, man.
Dude,
Hey,
Vic.
you know what? Recently, Vic responded.
Did he?
To my response to his. He just gave me a thumbs up. So I don't know if that was a sarcastic thumbs up.
Yeah. Like thumbs up, buddy.
Yeah. But I made it pretty clear that our channel is fucking, about comedy. So, I mean, it's not good comedy,
No,
but
it's really bad.
It's not taken seriously. Let me see. 11/22/63. Man, I read 11/22/63 in prison, and it was the shit, man. I mean, I already love Stephen King, but it became one of my top 5 favorite books from him. A lot of people throw a lot of shade on him nowadays. I don't understand why. Probably because, he's most renowned for his old shit. But, come on, folks. He's in the new golden age, and that's proof right there. Let's see. It's all about horror topics, like-dislike ratio, your mass, your audience. Yes. And the rabbit hole continues. The Outsider was... I still haven't read The Outsider.
Yeah, I got it recently.
I'm actually rereading a book I haven't read in a long time, The Great and Secret Show from Clive Barker, who is actually my favorite author. So Stephen King's gonna kill me now.
Yeah. Interestingly enough, Marcus, I actually read 11/22/63. One of the few books I've read. I'm saying read in quotations because I got the Audible.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good.
That's weird. do you like when you listen to audiobooks, you just actually listen to them like with your attention on 100%, or are you doing other stuff?
I tried that, and I actually found it kind of hard to focus on what they're saying. Weirdly, like when it's just the audio. I actually found that playing a game that I'm really familiar with, like Doom or something stupid like that, like Halo or something, and listening actually kind of helps me retain the information from the book more. I don't know why. Probably because I'm retarded. But yeah, like just trying to sit there and listen to it was really weird. I also do like 2 times speed because sometimes the readers are really slow. Like the guy who read It was horribly slow. Like, dude, it's taking you freaking 5 minutes to say it, and that's not even a thing that's in the book. So I would speed him up. Pretty good though. Pretty good.
I can't do the audiobook thing. It's not for me. I have to I like to re-examine and reevaluate as I read, so I can't. I would lose like half the information if I just listened to it. Weird considering how obsessed with movies I am. But anyway, let's see. Yeah, you know what, Marcus? I considered that option because I know there's some audiobooks out there that I want to listen to. Like King reads some of his own books. Apparently he's horrible at it too.
Oh yeah?
So, but I know he loves doing it, so I would want to hear him reading his own books. And I heard some of Steven Weber doing Pennywise's voice, which was interesting. I don't know. reading along with it might be the way for me to
Yeah,
go. But
I definitely considered that. It's just I didn't have the books that I got. But I do want to do, like, I got Desperation, and I would like to do that with that. Because that does seem to be the wisest way to do it.
you know what, Michael? I think you're right about that. Um, in terms of connecting both sides of the brain, logic part versus the artistic part, I have a hard time making them work hand in hand. The only time I can do it is when I'm writing something. And even then, I have a hard time. Usually, the best way for me to write something is to put white noise on. And somehow that doesn't distract me. It just helps me super concentrate. But it's odd. I don't know. Oh, well, okay, Lear, I got something to talk about that's not books, which immediately cuts, like, any audience in half.
Pretty much.
Recently, I went to go see 2 movies that we didn't put up the reviews for and are not going to because you didn't go see them. And it's kind of hard to discuss them in full. The first one I went to go see was Hereditary, which a lot of people are... Well, I should say the critics were especially receptive to. So the campaign for it was all about, promoting the critics' point of view, which was, this is the scariest movie since The Exorcist. We've heard that before. In fact, recently I saw another movie that had that same tagline from some other critic. This is the scariest movie since The Exorcist. So it's always like a trap when people use that as kind of a reference point, because The Exorcist was such a phenomena that you kind of go, oh, shit. I mean, instinctually, that means it has to be scary to the audience. You know what I'm saying? I'm a horror fan that knows that horror doesn't have to be scary. There's all types of horror, but whatever. And scary is subjective anyway. What spooks you might not spook me, might not, whatever. Anyway, the point is the movie fucking good? That's the question. Not is it scary. Fuck scary. Is the movie a good horror movie? And the answer is, in my opinion, Hereditary is not only a good horror movie, it's one of the best horror movies. However, it is not a horror movie you watch only once. You can't just watch it once. You can watch it once and realize this is a good movie, but you can't watch it once and make up your mind completely about everything in it, because it's structured to not be conclusively figured out from the get-go. The guy wrote the movie without almost any exposition in it, so it's literally you in the shoes of the people that are being afflicted by I'm not going to ruin what the movie's about because you really have to see it to experience it. But they put you in the shoes of the people that are being afflicted by the evil in the movie. So you're as confused as them, like 98% of the time. And even when you start to figure stuff out, they might throw you off the road there. But it is an excellent movie. It is worthy, even if you don't find it scary. It's a big difference between whatever you find scary and whether it's a good movie or not. So I highly recommend that. Let's see what's going on here. Things right, man. I gave up on learning languages. I gave up so bad that I forgot like 50% of what I knew in other languages. I can still speak Spanish relatively well.
I suck so bad that I can't speak Spanish well or English well. I speak Blob pretty good though.
Blob's a good language.
That's a good one. I also speak Stink.
Yeah, it's getting ripe in here.
Woo.
The other movie I went to go see was Upgrade, which is from Lee Wannell. Lee Wannell is most known for the Saw series. He's the guy that wrote Saw 1, 2, and 3, and then kind of produced, was in the production hand in the others. And then, of course, he went on to do stuff like Dead Silence and Cooties. And I've liked and or loved all of those movies, the ones that he was directly involved with. He also did a series that I'm absolutely in love with, which is Insidious, and that's where he did his first directing bit with Insidious Part 3, which I found to be the least cool of the Insidious movies. It's good, it's just not as good as the other ones. But Upgrade is his second directorial outing, and I was kind of... The trailers said cheese, but cheese can be fun, and I wasn't completely sold on it, and I just so happened to, have the funds, and you didn't want to go see Solo, and I didn't want to go see Solo.
Yeah.
So
Seems like no one wanted to go see Solo.
It appears nobody at all wants to see Solo. But so I just went out and saw Upgrade, and didn't regret. First of all, I was alone in the theater, which is awesome. And second, it's a fucking awesome movie. It's like a revenge movie. It's like RoboCop meets a sci-fi movie meets The Crow meets a visceral, violent revenge movie. Which, RoboCop and The Crow kind of are revenge movies. But anyway, it was fucking badass, man. I highly recommend you go see Upgrade. It was fun ass time in the theater. And it wasn't just because I was alone and stroking my little ding-a-ling. Let's see what we got. How long y'all gonna be on? The folks need me to go to the store. Go to the store, man.
Yeah, we'll
I don't
probably
know
be
how long
here for a bit.
we're gonna be on.
Here's the thing. Before the game thing debacle, my idea, and Marcus actually suggested this, was that we do this as a weekend show type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Since we're doing only 3 uploads now. Oh, that's the thing. We're doing only 3 uploads a week now because we were doing daily for a while, and it was a bit overkill.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna do 3 now a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and then.
And if there's something pressing that needs to be put up,
yeah,
we'll put that up.
So maybe we'll do this as a weekend type thing. Just cut the game thing out.
Yes.
Hardcore.
Now, old Michael here. Yeah. Anyway, Marcus, go to the store. We'll probably still be here. Gotta pick up Pops. I wish that meant the local Pops.
Yeah.
Who's dead. But anyway.
R.I.P.
Nobody knows what the fuck
Nope.
we're talking about. But anyway, Michael says, don't go to the theater watching Solo. It's not worth the money.
And time.
I don't know what to think about that. Michael, what did you think about Rogue One? And I can chart my response to what you just said there. Let us know. It looked interesting, and I like Ron Howard. All the hubbub that happened in behind the scenes. It doesn't even bother me. It's just a thing now that happens.
Yeah, it happened with Rogue One too. Personally, I didn't care much for Rogue One.
You gotta
it was
rewatch
okay.
it. It
was alright. It's just I didn't care for those characters much.
That's what kind of like boggles me when you say that, because these are legitimately the first interesting characters.
Not really.
And the first characters that actually have something to lose and have something invested in everything. And the first scenario where what was going on in the universe seemed realistic. You know what I mean? So, but anyway, I know it's subjective, but
yeah, it wasn't all the characters. It was mostly just the Asian dude and the other guy. Everybody else was fine. I think visually it was really cool, and that's something that Solo seems to like. It looks visually really cool, but yeah, lost complete interest in watching that. We'll probably catch it when it's out.
Michael Keller says her stream went out.
No, it was
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Rogue One was cool. He says, good fitting prequel.
Yeah, I love Rogue One, man. I gotta say, I love Empire. Correction, I don't love Empire. I really, really like Empire Strikes Back, and I honestly, for years, I thought it was the only good Star Wars movie. And if we're not gonna include Rogue One, in my mind, it still is the only good Star Wars movie. I don't hate Star Wars. I think New Hope is fun, but it's a kids movie. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just like the fucking amount of importance people put in this movie. I get it. As a piece of cinematic history, it's important. It made big budget sci-fi a thing. It made summer films a thing. I'm sure when you were a kid and you saw that, it was fascinating as hell. There's people that like the prequels for that reason. I get that. I just don't think it's that great a movie. It's super cheesy, and honestly, I think it shows that Lucas wasn't prepared for what he claims he was so prepared about. There's so many plot holes in it that it's crazy. And honestly, at the end, I think Grand Moff Tarkin shouldn't have died. But anyway, whatever.
Yeah, the Tark should have remained in the series.
The point is, it's a fun enough movie. I just don't love it. Empire was the first one where I was like, oh, that's a good movie. That's a really good movie. And it, later when I started getting more into movies, I understood that it was because they'd taken almost all control away from Lucas. So
interestingly enough, of the remake or of the re-renders, I guess that one's the most intact.
Yeah, because
there's not much to
change. But I'll tell you what Lucas did. He changed enough of it so that now he has the director's credit.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous because that's Lawrence Kasdan's movie, period. Writing and directing, no less. But, and Return of the Jedi was, again, a lost opportunity. We have Lucas gaining control again, and then we have the Ewok thing, which is horrid. Han being shoehorned in there.
Oh, dude.
Remarkable stupidity.
That honestly, like me and Guardian rewatched all of the Star Wars movies leading up to Force Awakens, and or not rewatch because it was actually the first time seeing a lot of the movies or most of them. The last one, the third one, horrid.
Yeah, it's horrid.
Bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like I will say that it's, in my opinion, it's worse than Revenge of the Sith, Episode 3. Episode 3 is a better movie, and I know I'm like people are gonna kill me for that. It's a better movie than the original third movie. The third movie is trash. Like, what is this?
Yeah,
half of it's good. The stuff with the Emperor and Luke and Darth Vader, good. But all the other shit, crap.
I think Return of the Jedi is what The Last Jedi is. Don't get me wrong. They're not comparative to each other in a lot of ways, but in terms of the distribution of good versus bad, The Last Jedi is a super controversial movie, but I think it's just like Return of the Jedi. Return of the Jedi has good stuff in it. It's just the bad stuff outweighs the good stuff.
Yeah.
And I think the same thing about The Last Jedi. The stuff with Rey and Kylo and what's his fucking Snoke and Luke, I think all that shit is really good. Now, I understand why some people might not like it, like especially the Luke stuff. I understand that. But honestly, I think it was what the series needed and needs to do. And it's focus on new characters. And the scenes with those characters did that. Got rid of the old, stuck with the new, and went forward with it. And, that's what I like about The Last Jedi. However, everything else was garbage. The Canto Bight sequences, garbage. The scenes with what's his name, Cameron, what's the stupid name, Cameron. I don't even remember his fucking name. There you go.
Poe Dameron is one of the most pointless characters in this new series.
Yeah, and he was made all the more pointless in this thing. The whole fucking thing with keeping their plot away from him just because he was, kind of a rebellious type. Terrible, fucking just terrible. It all felt contrived and stupid. So it's like the Return of the Jedi for me, The Last Jedi. It's like some of it is good, but the other shit is so bad that you can't ignore it. And the prequels were fucking terrible, period.
I think it is a freaking undisputable fact that the least control Lucas had, the better. The prequels are shit. I think the third one's the best one, but that's not saying much.
Let me see. Right here, Michael Keller says it's just a rehash about the Last Jedi. It's just a rehash story with a lot of SJW crap in it. So TLJ is a bad movie with the biggest plot holes in the whole franchise. Have to flee from a planet, go to another one. What the fuck? I didn't think so much of that as a plot hole as I thought it was a device for advancing the events. They're fleeing for a reason, and it was set up in the last one. It just seems very abrupt. But I kind of get it for them to push the plot forward. The problem is the plot they push forward, as aforementioned, was kind of fucking half-assed and contrived for certain characters. Again, I'll stick by the Kylo and Rey and Snoke and Luke stuff being pretty great to me. But the other stuff, yeah.
Yeah, it kind of suffered from Return of the Jedi syndrome where half of it was good, the other half sucked. Massive ding-a-lings. Apparently Big Marcus tried to get into Star Wars for a chick. He couldn't because it sucked, and she wasn't even that cute.
That's one thing I will never do. And I've been in some fucked up relationships, but I'm not going to watch a movie for a chick. I will watch a show for a chick. Been known to do that and regret it immediately most of the time. But a movie, unless the chick has my actual tastes, I'm not gonna go out of my way to fucking watch a fucking movie.
Jeez, that sounds really cruel.
No, fuck that.
Hey, I want to watch a movie. Let's watch a movie.
No.
And you're
Don't
like,
get me wrong.
Screw you.
No. That's different. Like, if they want to go see a movie like that, I'll go, I'll go
You
watch a
mean
movie with
like if they want you to get into Harry Potter and like
Yeah.
want you to get into
Yeah,
Harry
like
Potter.
if it's a fucking demand.
They expect you to get
Like,
into
I
Harry
love
Potter.
horror movies, but I don't expect a chick to love horror movies.
Yeah.
I'll try.
You'll
I'll
watch
be,
it. But
Yeah, I'll be like, hey,
yeah,
you want to see this?
That's a better way of phrasing it instead
Yeah.
of, I won't watch a movie for a
Yeah,
chick.
fuck that shit. Still stick with it.
I'll say that I watched one of the worst movies of my life for a chick, and that was Rango. God damn, it's a piece of shit.
Rango.
Rango was shit. Then again, it might be a good thing. Maybe it was just the experience, but it was really bad. When I saw
Some
it.
people say we do look like young Jabbas, so maybe we're just jealous. Yeah, Marcus, you just better not ever watch Star Wars. So, you're better off that way.
Yeah.
Maybe watch Rogue One, because I'll stick by that. That shit's awesome. And, technically, it happens before everything, so,
Yeah.
so that's good.
I'll say that Rogue One had some of the coolest moments in the series. Like, they actually made Darth Vader look cool, which is something that I never got from the other movies. The closest he came was...
Yes!
Was,
In fact, let's talk about that. Fuck that shit. I get that Darth Vader looks cool.
Yeah, but he doesn't really do
says
anything.
cool stuff.
Again, the closest he gets to being cool is Empire.
Yeah.
And that's just because he has a presence in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
But he doesn't really do anything that deems him badass. The only time he's been cool is in Rogue One, where you get to see him destroying her fleet without even batting an eye. That was cool.
Yeah. And here's the thing. The thing is, in A New Hope, he's just a fucking stooge.
Yeah.
Grand Moff Tarkin is the badass in that.
He's really cool.
And he's badass.
He's great.
So that's another reason I like Rogue One. It gave emotional reasoning to why we should react certain ways to characters that previously did not exist, other than people thought something looked cool. Case in point, Boba Fett. One of the most overrated pieces of shit characters ever. He did nothing. He's always sucked. The only times he's been cool is in extraneous literature.
Yeah.
And people still think he's like the coolest thing ever. He fucking sucks. He sucks. I'm sorry, he sucks. I would have been all for the movie that they were going to plan, or I don't know if they're still planning to make it. One, because James Mangold was behind it, or was going to be behind it. But two, because it would have at least tried to give us a reason to like this schlub. Fucking Boba Fett sucks. What do we got? Never seen Star Wars. Okay, I'm sorry.
Michael Gillett was referring to himself being a young Jabba. We're more like
We're all
full-grown Jabbas.
We're all Jabbas here.
Does Jabba have a wang?
Yeah, Jabba has a wang. I don't know how they mate. I don't care. I'm sure somebody knows, though.
Yeah.
Some sort of mating ritual. Oh, man. That went too far.
Yeah.
I just imagined it. Anyway, the point is, I'm not a big fan of Star Wars, but like every fool on earth, even those that claim they're not going to see it, I go and I watch them.
Pizza Hut.
I could use a Pizza Hut right now.
We
No, I
just
couldn't.
had pizza.
Yeah, I couldn't use a pizza. Pizza Hut sucks. Pizza the Hut, however, was probably delicious.
Pizza Hut's pretty
Case
good.
in point, you got to be pretty good if you're going to eat yourself. Which is
I don't know,
great.
dude. I eat myself on the daily, and that tastes pretty bad.
What? Oh.
Yeah, you don't want to know.
Dom DeLuise's greatest role, Don Giovanni in Robin Hood Men in
God
Tights.
damn, we rewatched that recently, and I gotta say it wasn't as funny as I remembered it. But that scene was hilarious.
Yeah, he's great. He deserves an Academy Award for I don't know why, but he does. The Lizard. The fuck else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the other movie Your Opinion on Apollo 18. You know, I saw the first 30 minutes, and then I have because I was watching it illegally. Full disclosure there.
All right.
And my stream
Back
gave
to
out.
prison.
Yeah, my stream
This
gave
is the
out.
Back to Prison stream.
Yeah. Hashtag going back.
And it's not for that. It's for trying to do a gaming thing. They're like, oh, we need to go to prison for that shit.
What did you think about it, Michael? What I saw looked promising, but it was just the beginning.
That's the one with the like space horror, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that looked pretty interesting.
I do like found footage films when they're done right. In fact, I'm rewatching the Paranormal Activity series right now. I want to say something, but I don't want to ruin something else for you, so I'm going to not say it. The point is, I noticed something about a plot line a plot device in the Paranormal Activity movies that made me go, huh, that's kind of just like that other thing in that other movie. But anyway, you haven't seen either of those, so it's irrelevant. And I could say it to anybody watching, but I don't want to ruin it for you. But I did watch another movie called Chernobyl Diaries, which I thought was going to be a found footage movie. By the way it was marketed, it looked like a found footage movie. And then it was produced by Oren Peli, who did the first Paranormal Activity, and then did produce the rest, and has produced found footage style films along the way. He wrote it, and somebody else directed it. So I was like, once it became evident, which was immediately, by the way, that this wasn't a found footage movie, I was like, oh, maybe there's hope. Fucking sucked. Do not recommend the Chernobyl Diaries. Fucking licks. Ass. Man, it wasn't creep bad, but it was like, no, it wasn't even close to creep bad. It was just like, oh man, this is not remotely clever in the least type of bad. Was cool. The whole it's real marketing, the vintage look. They did great, though the last part. Oh man, you just ruined the movie for me, Michael. Man, let me tell you about the Chernobyl Diaries. It's not that it was foreseeable. It's that it was so stupid I didn't foresee it being that dumb. I was like, seriously? It's just... Why would they return to Pripyat? Why would the fucking mutated ex-residents of Pripyat return to Pripyat after escaping the facility? It doesn't even make fucking sense. Why would they go back there? I don't get it. Why are they after these people? Wouldn't they want to be after the people that have locked them up this whole time? It didn't make a lick of sense. Let me see. I really want to visit Pripyat. Yeah, I'll go to you with Pripyat, man. Maybe there'll be a bear in a building. Got my Geiger counter ready. Let's see. Yeah, I guess people do go there. I'd go. Would you want to get a little mutant? Maybe my dick would mutate into a fair size.
Yeah. I would definitely need some hardcore radiation on my wiener to make it look any bit good. Anything like a wiener, really.
Maybe we would get like a cone head dicks, which are just like roots.
Shit.
It's too bad that I know that, but cone heads have dicks.
How do I even transition from that?
I don't know. This episode is brought to you by donut tasting Tic Tacs. They fucking suck.
Oh, so I got these.
This is not a good subject.
No, trust me, it is. I got these because I saw them on Instagram and I thought they looked cool. They had little homers on them. Tastes like shit.
Yeah,
tastes like tastes like a moldy Play-Doh.
Yeah, if you want the taste of Play-Doh, get the Homer Simpson donut Tic Tacs. They're terrible. Hashtag fuck you Tic Tacs. Anyway, what were you actually gonna jump into?
Sorry, I was reading the chat because I'm a slow reader. I don't remember. I was gonna start Lost World,
Jurassic Park,
but because I read the first one, but I'm not too sure about it.
Look, am I gonna be the only one that points out that we haven't had a good Jurassic Park movie since the first Jurassic Park movie? I'm just saying, they might have made tons of money, but none of them have been good. They've been cool looking. Like, dinosaurs are just, inherently cool looking.
I don't know, man.
But
part 3 had that dino that spoke. That was pretty awesome.
I'll see part 3 over part 2 and any of the others.
I'll say this. I haven't seen any of them. I was seeing a bit of 3 on the TV. It didn't look that bad.
It's fine. You know what I'm saying? The fucked up part is at the end, you're like, oh, this is cool. And then it ends. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to see that movie. And it's not the movie I saw. But anyway.
It seems that he has a kind of a bad history with adaptations, Congo style.
Someone hang 4 strips of toilet paper to the entry. Look, let me tell you about the strips. I hung up a few strips in my time in prison. I'm not gonna lie. I beat the old meat. Look, you're fucking lonely in prison, so it's either you spelunk a butthole, and or you beat your own meat. You know what? And I kind of...
Buttman? Alright. Yeah, we're disconnected slightly there.
Disconnected. I was talking about jacking off to Stoya and Buttman issues on the wall. I'll tell you what, something I did do, though. In prison, on occasion, I would rebuy and resell kill shots, they call them. Pictures of hotties.
Yeah.
And on occasion, a Buttman magazine would make it into the prison. And they would laminate.
I guess YouTube is censoring talking about dudes beating their meat.
Oh yeah. Well, what do you expect?
Yeah.
But anyway, I was beating my meat. No. Yeah, we would get Buttman magazines. The guards would bring in Buttman magazines, and they would laminate them with fucking tape, so that you would sell the pages for like anywhere from $5 to $40, and depending on how good the page was and how where you were, what unit you were at. Anyway, I would sell these fucking things, and I kept 2 of them up to almost my last day of being there, and let me just say, quickest, easiest money. You can rent them bitches out.
Then
Rent
them?
Yeah, you
rent
rent
them
them.
back with like seed and shit on them?
Nah, fuck no. You don't give them back. They stick them on the wall. They don't stick them on their
okay.
cocks. Anyway, the point is, we're talking about cocks.
Oh, there's that like whole like weird subculture online where people like jerk off onto pics and then post them.
Oh yeah, cum tributes.
Yeah, that's
I'm
weird.
familiar with the sub genre. I'll tell you how I'm familiar with it though. I was trying to.
I'm pretty sure we can see some of your meat online. Apparently.
No, you have to have like a fucking
microscope
or one of those telescopes that shoot space directed at my wang.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you how I came across it. I was looking for old Katy Perry vids because she's thick the way I like them, and
I don't like her current hair.
At first I didn't, but I'm okay with it now. But the black hair is where it's at. The point, the point is, I was looking for Katy Perry vids to hashtag beat the meat to, and one of the fucking search results was Katy Perry. What was it like? I forgot what the title was, but the title made me laugh. The point is, it was 2 dudes beating off to the same picture of Katy Perry, and then like I'm like, what the fuck is it? It was like a minute and something, right?
Wait, like.
Yeah, they were in the same room.
Oh, that's weird.
There's a Katy Perry picture in between them, and they're beating the meat. Not each other's meat, but they're beating the meat together.
Their own respective meat.
Yeah. They got Katy Perry playing in the background.
Oh, man, that's so weird.
And, the picture's like kind of at a, like, I don't know, like almost like 90-degree angle, but a little, maybe like an 85-degree angle. So it's slanted enough for them to target it.
Oh, shit.
And then about like 30 minutes later, one of them jizzes, right? And he shoots onto the other guy's wang.
Oh, no!
And then the guy immediately like lets go of his wanger, and it shoots onto the other guy, and then there's like just seed everywhere. It's pouring down the picture, and I'm like, what the fuck did I just walk into here? Apparently I was there.
Why did you watch the whole video to completion is my question.
Let me see. Oh, it was a minute, and I was like, what is this? Like when
Curiosity.
Yeah, 2 Girls, 1 Cup came out.
Yeah.
Everybody was like watching it, even though clearly they were disgusted. I was just like, this is it? I've seen worse than this. But anyway, what's Ahab, since you've experienced the forcification, what's your favorite prison movie? And what movie do you think is the most realistic towards the prison system? My favorite prison movie is Shawshank Redemption. Still was before, still is today. Will probably forever be my favorite prison movie.
Hashtag Morgan be groping.
Morgan's hand wasn't all fucked up at the time. He wasn't groping people yet. That's probably where he learned it, though. Shawshank's probably always going to be my favorite prison movie unless something epically better comes along.
Yeah. Which
I doubt. But the most realistic to prison, it wasn't a movie. It's a show. And no, it's not Orange is the New Black, which I think is awful as far as a representation of prison goes.
Yeah, you hate it.
It's an Australian-Canadian production called Wentworth, which is on Netflix, so you can see it there, and it is the best version of what prison is actually like. Short of you being in a supermax prison where everything's violence all the time, then that's some Oz territory or some shit, but most people go to medium to minimum security prisons, unless they're complete hoodlums, which is where I was at, medium to minimum security, and the experience is a much more emotional one than it is a, harrowing, grueling, and violent one. Although there is all that shit, it's just a combination of things. So now we got Morgan Freeman up on the screen. But anyway, the point is, fucking Wentworth. Check it out. It's a really good show, and it is actually really, really. He's super distracting, Morgan Freeman.
I like how you were going with this like some serious talk, and I just busted out on Morgan.
Yeah, he's well, what can you say? He's groping.
Yep.
But yeah, man, Wentworth would be probably the most realistic to what the prison system's like. Freeman after Shawshank.
Yep.
Shit, that was Freeman before Shawshank. He let himself go. And
That's an image from an upcoming video, by the way. It was actually one that Marcus suggested. Male smasher pass. So that's a little bit of a spoiler.
Yeah.
White Morgan Freeman's in it.
Those mental images seriously have the capability of making me going vegan. Too much meat. You know what? Speaking of meat, no, I'm just kidding.
God damn.
I was kind of an inadvertent vegan in prison because the meat is so terrible.
It's like old ass meat.
Let's just say that the boxes say not for human consumption on them.
That's always a good sign, I think.
That's a thing that happens. But, yeah, prison food sucks. This is the long and short of it. Let's see, if Freeman looked like that, he wouldn't have gotten Me Too. Shit, man. Now you get Me Too'd for looking like gay Racula. Bring that bad boy up.
Oh, I will.
These guys are getting Me Too'd and they're just humping each other.
Yeah, they are.
The Me Too movement has gotten out of hand. I think it's calming down, though. I think people are starting to realize this is fucking retarded.
Bullshit, yeah.
Some of it has gone overboard. Like recently, Netflix passed some new regulations where you can't look at, like employees can't look at each other for more than a few seconds.
What?
Yeah.
That's pretty dumb.
That's ridiculous. And then the head of PR at Netflix got fired. This is as far as I know. There might have been some new developments in the story. I don't know, but last I read, he got fired.
It's 5 seconds.
He got what is it?
It's 5 seconds. They can't look at each other.
Yeah, 5 seconds.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. But yeah, the head of PR at Netflix got fired because he used the N-word, not in a fucked up way, not in an offensive way. He used it in terms of explaining to his team words that are offensive in comedy.
Oh, okay.
And they felt offended by him even using the word in an explanatory fashion. And they complained, and now he fired / quit. He was fired / he quit. The fuck is that, man? That's ridiculous.
I like how you were talking about that while Gay Racula was on screen.
Gay Racula, look, it's weird, man. I think the real gay community, I'm talking like people that are legitimately gay.
Yeah.
And I mean that because there's a lot of fake gay people out there. And you know who you are. You know what I'm talking about. It's trendy, so you're in. Oh, yeah, I'm gay now. You know, I'm not saying that's everybody. I'm saying there's some gay people out there that are just not really gay. But anyway, I've met some real life gays. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, they're sucking dicks.
I sponsored Gay Racula.
Yeah, you're the director of Gay Racula. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The gay people that I've met in the past have all been fun-loving, wild, weird, John Waters type fucks. You know what I'm saying? They're crazy people, but fun people, fun-loving, etc. This new wave of quote-unquote gay people, bi people, LGBTQ, PPRK, STUV people, they're just in it to fuck shit up. Oh, you can't call me that. Oh, you can't do that. Oh, you're owning this. I'm owning that. The fuck, man? What happened to the cool gay people? I'm thinking they're not gay for real.
Hashtag, where the cool gays at?
The cool gays
Answer in Gay Racula.
Let me tell you this, man. When I left county jail, I was one of my friends. 2 of my friends were super gay. And one of them in specific was like out. He's out gay. The other one was the one that everybody knows he's gay, but he doesn't say it.
Yeah.
Anyway, the one that was out, he was. There you go. The one that was out, he when he. His name was Gene, by the way. But when he said goodbye to me, we had gotten along so well that he came up to me, he hugged me, and he gave me a kiss. Not on the mouth, but a kiss. You know, like on the cheek, like a woman would that cares for you, like your mom would.
Yeah.
You know, and this was like a fucking affront to everybody, and I was friendly with everybody there, and they were like, "What the fuck?" You know, and it happened again and again. But these people, these people that were they were like old school 70s gays. You know what I'm saying? 80s gays. You know, they went through the AIDS thing. They were fun loving.
Homos.
part-time drags, drag queen types, the people you'd expect like in a John Waters movie. They're just fun people. These new gays, these millennial gays, what the fuck is up with these gays? I don't get it. I'm just saying that a lot of people might just be riding the cool train. It's cool and trendy to be this. I'm speculating. Either that, or they just lost all their cool factor all of a sudden. Where's the Freddie Mercury's at? Anyway,
that was a weird tangent.
Let's see. How to describe the river floating through Nigeria, Africa without offending someone today. Yeah, no shit. You know what? Nah, I won't say. The point is, one time somebody mispronounced the word Niger in class.
Oh yeah, that happened all the time.
And by class I mean prison class, which is the equivalent of not a class at all. And people went crazy. And then another dude said that they asked him how he wanted to change when he got out, and he said, I don't want to be so niggardly. Which is a word, by the way.
Yeah.
But just the fact that he used this actual word, everybody was like, man, what you saying? I was like, God, dudes, can we crack a dictionary in this piece, please? Anyway, worst part, Ahab, it's not the gays who are upset, at least not over here in Europe. It's the... Yes, you're right. Yeah, that's what I was saying, man. I'm saying real gay people, they're progressive as fuck. They don't give a fuck. They'll laugh at gay jokes. They'll, all that shit, Yeah, oh, God. Lang Lang. Man, Lang Lang is looking at me with some lust.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, man. And again, I don't know if it's just this new wave of people either are or are claiming to be just to be in style. Like, come on, man. I'm a fucking wolfkin. Look, if that's your role, fine. But there's some sort of mental fucking problem going on there if that's your thing.
The thing I don't like
concrete your thing.
Like, the thing I don't like about that stuff, and this applies to, like, the trans movement and all that shit, is when people get all, like, people demand to be called something. Like, I go by they pronouns, or them, or she, he. It's like, dude, people just say stuff to, like, if I'm going to tell you, like, him, that's just something I'll say to, it's not something I think to offend you. You're just trying to find shit to be offended over.
Yeah.
That's stupid. If someone suggests it to me, and then, like, if I knew a trans person, which I actually do, and they're like, call me she, I'll be like, all right, cool. If it's a suggestion. If they get offended over it, screw you.
Yeah.
Like, don't be a dick about it.
No, that's okay. Like let's say, okay, one of my gay friends is named Juicy, and he's the gayest black man you have ever seen in the world. Okay, he's gay as hell.
Yeah, gayer than Lang Lang.
He would sometimes like to be referred as she, and he told me that, and that was cool. But you know what? He didn't get offended when I would refer to him by his real name, which was a male name.
That's what I'm saying. Like, when people start getting
hold
offended
on.
Shit,
there's more here. The thing is, I knew him and I understood what he wanted. When some rando gets mad, oh, I'm they. I didn't know you, fucker.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
P.S. I'm not calling you they. Yeah, fine. You know what? I'll call you they, but I identify as God now. Get down on your knees and worship me. Oh, you're not gonna? Why? That's what I identify as. Oh, that's right, because it's ludicrous.
Yeah, that's...
Biologically speaking, there are only two sexes. Now, you can identify as anything you want, and I respect that. But if I don't know you and I don't know that, how the fuck can you get mad at me?
That's the point. If you don't know someone, they can't... I think they shouldn't be able to get offended.
Yeah.
Over you being like, hey... because sometimes, sometimes it's just, and it's not even like a thing to offend someone. It's just like, hey, what the flip? This is just how normal people speak.
Yeah. And
why you gotta be a dick about it?
That's like a weird thing. Like, cool, man, if they is your thing, that's cool. I don't know you, I'm not gonna know that.
Yeah.
Now, once I know you, or once you let me know that,
then you have a point. You have a argument. Yeah.
And then, but the table has to go both. The axe swings both ways. If you're going to ask me to respect something about you, and I got some bullshit that I expect you to respect out of me, then you better respect that too. It's not going to be frivolous on my part, but, if I smell some bullshit, I'm going to be an asshole. But the point is, let's see what we got here. Apparently, FIFA misspelled Niger
Oh, that's good.
In the worst way possible.
Shit.
Oh, man, what the fuck? Damn. Let's see. The return of Judenstern is this stupidity continues. We'll have to have markings on our clothes stating our pronoun. You know what? That's ironic, man. You're absolutely right, Michael. As progressive and liberal, and I'm liberal, okay? That's the thing. I'm almost embarrassed to be liberal nowadays. But I am liberal. But as progressive and liberal as some of these ideas are, they're pushing into extremism, which ironically makes them very restrictive. And yes, it's almost like on par with labeling systems that were popular in Nazi Germany. It's crazy, man. And they don't see the hypocrisy of it. They don't see, how ridiculous them trying to force something on somebody else is.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy out there. Let me see.
I just got a message from our boy Guardian being pissed at us for streaming without him.
Well, the fucker's never here.
I explained to him it's kind of a test stream.
Tell him he's never fucking here. Mm. There's only one way to stream with him, and it's if he's here. But anyway, let's see. Speaking of gay, how are you guys? No, let's see. Speaking of gay, how happy y'all? Big Cass is chilling.
Dude,
look, I'm not gonna lie to you. I am not happy that William Cassidy, the man, lost his job. I'm not happy about that. That sucks. Losing your job sucks, no matter how much of a piece of shit you are or not. That sucks. Character. Big Cass losing his job. The character, fuck that shit, man. It's a long time coming. And considering he's barely been on the screen because he was out on injury for so long,
yeah,
that says a lot. This is the absolute worst promo guy since I don't know. Well, no, never mind. Bobby Lashley's the worst promo guy right now.
He's really bad, dude.
He's horrid.
The shit.
But Big Cass was annoyingly bad, and not in a heel heat way. He was just bad. I'm so glad we don't have to put up with another storyline. Again, it was kind of bittersweet because that is a person that lost her job. But fuck that shit. I don't want to see fucking Big. Hopefully, him and Enzo will get together in the Indies and actually, do something on their own.
Yeah, I thought Enzo was gonna quit wrestling as a whole, but I guess he's gonna wrestle soon. So maybe that will happen. Apparently, they hate each other, so maybe not.
That makes sense. And you know what? Apparently they're both assholes, but I'm willing to bet Cass is the biggest asshole.
He seems like a freaking prick, dude.
He seems like that character was not that big a character.
Yeah.
It was actually just his ass. What is this? What are we looking at?
I'll bring it up. Turn that down. I'm bringing that up right now. Let's have some chat here.
Let's see. Hold on. By the way, I'll identify as alien from outer space, from Sirius, actually, as living in the doghouse. You know what? If you told me that, Michael, I'd be like, cool. What's your name? Bleepity bloop blop? Cool, I'll call you that. But if I didn't know you, and you all were like, bitch, you better call me alien, then I'd be pissed.
I agree. Like, don't force people into doing shit.
Yeah, I agree, man. Everybody, I'm cool with everybody. Just, come on, man.
I want to bring up this picture that I saw on Twitter the other day of Boogie. I guess he posted a video. And he got a reply from YouTube because he got demonetized. He put, today, I don't know if you can read it.
No, I can't.
Today's video is the most creative and fun thing I have done in a year. So, of course, YouTube demonetized. If you ever wonder why my content is consistently boring and bland, blame the yellow icon. To which YouTube replies to with, hey, Boogie, we're double checking this for you, but because there is a decent amount of profanity in the video, a little is okay. The limited status may be correct, and so they basically admit that they're censoring people just for cussing.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah, that's been pretty obvious for a while now. It's ludicrous, really. The whole point of a format like this is to be competitive with television, which is regulated.
Yeah,
and censored. So YouTube, why don't you just become TV? That's it. Just become a fucking station.
They're trying with those originals, but no one cares.
Yeah, that's the thing. Nobody gives a shit about their original shit. Only the weakest of minds go slavering over their trend page. And granted, there's a lot of weak minds out there. And that's probably where they're making their fucking money. But what made YouTube original was that people could do basically as they wanted. And now it's gone. At least if you want to make a living on it. The next step is probably we're just going to take it off.
Yeah,
which they've been doing here and there with certain stuff. So we're gonna be gone probably.
I just popped my glow stick. Throw that away.
Throw that away. What do we got here? The fuck? Somebody's firing an AK-47?
Apparently.
Damn. Boogie got demonetized. Yeah, motherfucking Boogie, man. Old Boogie. We did a Boogie video once.
We did.
But we took it down because it was kind of... It might have come off the wrong way.
Yeah, it seemed a little mean-spirited, even though it wasn't meant that way.
It was just supposed to be a joke.
Yeah.
But
basically...
The point was that he was boring.
And apparently he admits it.
Yeah. But
I'll say this: I heard
Boogie
on I think it was the stupid Keemstar freaking podcast. I think it was in, and dude, he is a completely different guy when he's not on his channel.
Yeah.
He's like spouting curse words and shit, being all cool. You're like, man, I kind of want this guy on his channel.
Yeah.
Guess we see that's why he doesn't do it though.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. You censor a motherfucker, he's just gonna be a slab of meat.
Yeah.
And if Boogie's anything, he's a slab of meat. Big slab of meat. But yeah, we like Boogie. He's a pretty cool guy.
Our boy Guardian says that apparently Big Cass was involved in a backstage altercation with Carmelo.
Oh, that figures. He used to go out. He's probably an asshole.
He seems like a complete prick.
Look, the fallout from a breakup is always a mess.
Yeah.
So I could see that happening for sure. And who are they going to side with? The chick. And I'm not saying that's right or wrong. I'm just saying he's fucking 6 foot whatever.
He's 7 foot tall and you can't teach that, dude.
He's 6 foot whatever and he's a loser. But the point is, who are they going to side with? I mean, come on, man. It's a slip of a girl. No matter how wrong she is, all you got to do is breathe on her. She'll fucking crack into 1,000 bones.
If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm actually trying to find a picture to put them. I'm not slacking off over here.
Oh, you're slacking.
Oh, I am big time.
The point is, I'm kind of obsessed with this little. I want to grow like a pharaoh beard, but then they'll accuse me of cultural appropriation.
Yeah.
But just kind of like a big cylinder of hair.
Dude, I saw Marcus saying about Wings of Redemption guy. Mm-hmm. He sent me a video. Apparently, I don't know who this guy is, but apparently people like trolling him.
Oh yeah.
And it was pretty funny. So I get it.
It's like a Chris Chan situation.
He's like a streamer, and I guess people just troll on him. But I don't know, kind of like a fat dude. I'm sure Boogie tell us more. Or not Boogie. What? Apparently Marcus is Boogie now.
Hashtag Marcus is Boogie.
Yeah. I'm really glad that I was able to get this because there's some porno.
I see some anus up there.
Yeah, big time. But no one can see it, so that's good.
And that's when you find out that everything is streaming.
You can have that happen, and I'm pretty sure I didn't. Hey, where's my pick? I want to bring up a pick that I think is pretty funny, but it might take a while, so we'll get to it. I gotta say, I like having the ability to put up pictures. That's pretty cool.
I like the ability of sweating my eyeballs out and trying to adjust my glasses. I
also saw a movie yesterday
mm-hmm.
called The Vault on Netflix. Piece of shit.
3 thumbs down, they said.
Piece of shit. I could go into detail, but I've already talked to you about it extensively.
Yeah.
And I've had my piece with it. It's a good idea. I thought it could have been a cool thing if they had done it proper, but it was a freaking waste, dude. And James Franco got paid just to make a dumb face the whole movie.
I bet you at this time he's just like, I'm just happy to get paid.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to recover from this little controversy. Which that kind of disappeared too.
Yeah, no shit.
What the hell is that? Big fella?
Don't ruin it, damn you.
The fuck is this? What? Oh, that's pretty great.
This bootleg figure.
Big fella. I mean, it's not bad looking for a bootleg.
Yeah.
Let's see. Franco's stash was good enough for me. Franco's stash is like bordering on those wormy, prepubescent mustaches.
He had a pretty mean stash in the vault, I'll say. He had kind of like an 80s stash. It was a good one.
It had to have been fake because he doesn't grow good stashes.
Yeah.
You got a fake stash, Marcus. You got bamboozled by a fake stash. Speaking of stashes, Dean Koontz, grow yours back.
That's it?
Yep.
I thought there was going to be more to that. What was the last Dean Koontz book you read that was actually good?
Innocence, which was excellent. And that was like, I was still in prison when I read that. It was my second year in prison, too. It's been a while. Franco with a Stash and Gangrel for the remake of Gay Racula. Dude, that would be the best fucking remake. Hit that Gay Racula! That's a great spot for it, too. I like how it's just my... trying to like get in the shot here to be cool. What's up, guys?
It's Dean Koontz as Gay
He's
Racula.
commanding me to suck.
Yeah. Oh, yeah! Somehow I didn't notice that.
I wish like my hand could like go into the shot.
Yeah, it would be cool. We don't have that technology, though.
Stroke his blocked penile.
Micro dick? Look at that.
What do we got?
Where is it?
I want to know who directed Gay Racula.
Dude, I was looking for a copy of Gay Racula online, and I found a listing, but it seemed fishy. It was trying to make me believe that 700 people have bought it and have rated it 5-star. I don't think that was a genuine listing, and it was cheap.
I remember I used to get these magazines back in the 90s, and I can't remember what the magazines were, but the best part of the magazine... It was a horror magazine. I just can't remember which specific one. It wasn't Fango or anything like that. But the back listings where they, sold stuff, from different sellers, the advertisements, if you will, were kind of like the comic book advertisements, which is a bunch of sleazy shit. They used to advertise horror porn.
What?
And they would describe the titles, and one of them was like, the description included... that it was about a witch's coven that abducted some dude and they did some ritual and then they bit off his penis in the process and I was always fascinated that these movies existed, especially back then. But I've never, and I've attempted, trust me, been able to pinpoint, one, what these movies were called, two, if there's any remnants of them anywhere.
Yeah.
I've seen horror porn. There's even a fucking website, I think, called Horror Porn now or something. I know because I saw the Hellraiser.
I saw some pics from that.
But this was like some old school shit, and it sounded really sleazy, and I was always like, damn, I wish I didn't live with my parents at the time.
Yeah.
And
Or now,
yeah. I'm just a door away. It still counts. But yeah, man, it was just a really weird fucking... It just makes me wonder, what the fuck? What we got going on here? Terrence Howard, man. Terrence Howard needs like a negative... He needs a black hole over his penis.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, that's when the image moved to... Oh, man. Mrs. Magazine? It wasn't Mrs. Magazine. It was a horror magazine. Not a horror magazine, a horror magazine. A seedy one too, like somewhere between old school Rue Morgan. Are you making Gay Racula flashing and out?
Yep.
Oh man. Anyway, that was a fucking memory that I had for some reason.
Yeah, it was... Oh man, it didn't show up for some reason. Hold on, guys.
You'd think with all the biting guys' dicks off thing, it would have been a feminist newspaper. But you gotta remember that back then, feminism wasn't as crazy as it is now.
Yeah, it's true.
Now it's like the old school feminists are going to the new school feminists. The fuck is this, man? And then the new school ones are going, you're definitely not a feminist. And the feminists from old school are going, bitch, that's how I got here.
We're back.
Anyway, we're currently at Goontick's place, and it's fucking hot. The reason we're here is because of the air conditioning. That's not the reason.
That's definitely not the reason.
The reason is the Wi-Fi is strong here. This is me trying to go up a ramp. Failing miserably.
Oh man, I thought I was able to bring it up.
We needed some ass cam in here.
Yeah, we did.
But, yeah, man. So that's, the background's a little different.
Yeah, it's not. It's my room, and it freaking sucks my dingling.
The acoustics might be different. I don't know what the fuck's going on. This might actually be sounding like, some Mexican tuba music, and we don't even know. Just in case you're wondering what's going on behind me, Ass cam in the house. We don't need extra footage. Oh, that's a hard. That's the best faceplant of all time. Let's see, just. Oh shit! We just got a future thumbnail sent to us. This ass cam you're working on is taking way too much time.
It really is. It really is.
Just have you know that this ass cam is live. My ass never moves. It's like it's 100% always still.
Oh man. I didn't even think of that. It's supposed to be like a live feed and it's just not even moving. Oh man.
Just oh man.
Yeah, it's getting really steamy.
It's getting steamy in here. Speaking of steamy, I don't know how many of y'all are familiar with John Waters, but if you're not, you should be. He is the king of trash cinema, or was. He's now much more of a refined filmmaker nowadays than he was back in the day. But I recently saw one of his classics, Female Trouble, with the legendary drag queen / actor / singer / the fuck Divine, and it was pretty great. It was I hadn't seen that in like almost 2 decades. It was fantastic. Worse than Ua Bowl. Who? John Waters? No, he. Here's the thing.
We mean trash cinema in a different way.
Yeah, John Waters is good trash cinema. Ua Bowl makes garbage cinema. Like
irredeemable.
Like bums go into the trash and they'll root out food that they can eat. That's John Waters. The shit they can't eat, that's fucking Ua Bowl. John Waters reveled in the trashiness of things. He made one of the most offensive movies ever in Pink Flamingos. It's legendary. Also starring Divine, by the way.
Yeah. A
lot of his movies in the old days starred Divine. And that was just his shtick. He loves the kind of like, what is it? How would you describe it?
Let's just say Keller's going offline.
Favorite prawn. Good night, Michael. But yeah, there's campiness. There's
it's kind of like, if anybody's familiar with Trauma.
Yeah, it's like
kind of like that, only not. It's really hard to explain.
Yeah, it's somebody that enjoys the aesthetic quote beauty of ugliness. Let's see, y'all seen the cast for Tarantino Manson movie? Yeah, just about everybody's in the fucking thing. Might as well just make it everybody in Hollywood the movie.
Now, was that the one that had that guy from Dreamcatcher?
Yes.
Shit!
To be fair, everybody's in it.
I'm in it.
Yeah, we're in it. We're gonna be, fat guy number 1 and 2.
Yeah.
In that cool scene where fat guys get killed while Charles Manson films her ass and is obsessed with the fact that it doesn't move 1 inch.
Well, you are standing really still right now, to be fair.
I'm shaking it, baby.
You're also wearing a purple shirt in this picture for some reason.
I like how your room has red floors for some fucking reason. It was like Twin Peaks up in this bitch.
Yeah, it is.
Anyway. Yeah, we've seen the cast. No, Sammy. Yeah, he'll probably be in there. I can't see him not putting him in there. Unless Samuel L. Jackson's too busy doing, what's it fucking called?
Captain
Marvel or whatever. He'll probably be in there. Man, it's rare that he doesn't put him in there, even if it's just a voiceover or something. Probably be in there. Better be in there. Point is, it's probably going to be good. It's going to be the second to last Tarantino movie we get.
Is this freaking Star Trek thing still happening?
Yeah, I think so.
That's weird.
But that's not going to count as one of his movies because he's not going to direct it. At least I hope it's not going to count as one of his movies. The point is, we're 2 movies away from the end of Tarantino's career.
I actually know what his last movie is. It's Dracula remake.
That would be the best movie ever, I bet.
With Gangrel.
It's really bloody. Let's just say they get the best blood from the penis.
Oh, God.
But before, they have to get the penis hard so all the blood flows to it. So they suck it off first.
This is horrid, dude. What the hell? I want to try something real quick. And if this goes anything like the last time I tried something,
it's gonna fail
it's
miserably.
gonna fail miserably. But let's see. I wonder if we'll be able to hear this.
Fire.
It's funny that you mentioned.
Saw a little glowy thing.
Yeah, we're probably not gonna be able to.
Fire.
Yeah, we can't hear it. I'll figure that out for next time. Anyway, penises is what we were talking about.
That's the best way to conclude that.
Yeah. Woo!
I want to put some like ponytails on my mask.
Dude, we should redesign your mask.
I'm gonna redesign my mask. I already have plans for it.
Oh
It's
shit!
gonna be a huge dome cockhead, in case you're wondering.
Dude, I actually found a picture. It was when I was looking for a possible mask for Spielbergo. I found a picture, a listing on Amazon that is literally a penis head for a head.
Yeah, but you know what? It didn't even have to be like a realistic penis. It could be just like a flesh-colored military helmet. Point gotten. A bedazzled mask. Fuck yeah, a vajazzled mask. And fucking Jennifer Love Hewitt can do it.
Is she like into that or what?
Yeah, apparently she's the one that popularized
Oh
it.
shit!
And she vajazzled Betty White, I think.
Oh no!
Yeah, I was like, ooh.
I do not want to see that.
It's a weird ass image.
According to The Guardian, he wanted to make amends with Carmella. Big Cass wanted to make amends with Carmella, and she rebuffed him and walked away. He grabbed her by the arm and stopped her from leaving. The Usos and Eric Rowan got involved.
Oh,
That seems to be why they fired him. Of course, that is rumors.
that's probably true.
It seems true.
Seems like something that would happen. Been there, done that.
What?
Yeah, got stopped by the Usos.
Yeah.
Let's see. I wish Jennifer Love would get naked in her. Man, she could still get naked. She's bad, man.
In a good way?
In the
Like
best
Michael
way.
Jackson bad, or
Even when she was all fat and shit.
she was fat?
Yeah, there was a moment there when she was I wouldn't say fat.
Thicker.
I wouldn't even say thicker. She went beyond thick. Because she's that type of white girl where all the weight goes to her hips and her thighs. And, you know, you get some cottage cheese in there and all that shit.
Yeah.
She got to that stage at one point. But even then, it was like, fuck, man. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
Bigger the cushion, sweeter the pushing's the end of that line. But the point is, there was a period right after that where she was between over the board thick and her normal thickness, and that was like the perfect balance. And that's when she was on that, man, what's that, Criminal Minds, I think the show was?
Yeah.
And she was fucking bad.
Ghost Whisperer?
No, fuck that show.
Oh.
It was Criminal Minds. She
Wasn't
was on
she
there
in
for a
that?
while. Yeah, she was the star of Ghost Whisperer, but she was on.
She was in another show.
Yeah. Yeah, she was fucking bad anyway. Damn right you better give it to her. And Marissa Tomei. Marissa Tomei's never gotten not hot. She's always been smashing. Smash that shit. Aunt May style.
What? Oh.
Well, don't put a penis up. Then they're gonna really take the fucking video down.
It's not a penis.
That's the whole hog penis you just put
It's
up
a
on the
mask.
video.
It's a mask. It's gone now.
So that's where that video is going. Let's see. Oh man, yeah. I want to vajazzle her. The penis, I mean.
Okay, here
Is
we
the
go.
penis still up?
No. I just want to point something out. I could have made this invisible if I rescaled it, but whatever. Paige, she's looking good recently, but she got this tat.
Yeah.
I think that's just whack, dude.
Yeah, it's alright. It's better than Rihanna's ugly ass tat.
Dude, Rihanna's tat sucks my balls. Right?
Yeah, it's terrible. It's the worst.
I think I'm not into that like under boob tat thing. And yeah, Rihanna's is the worst, dough. It's a Kome costume. Shit. That's gonna be Ahab's next mask. This big old peener.
No, I wouldn't wear that. It's too hot.
Yeah,
that's my reason, not the penis part.
That's a good point. I had an alien mask that I was gonna wear, and that shit got hot hardcore. I also think I'm mildly allergic to latex because I got really itchy with it.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, it was recently somebody at a WWE event. Paige was leaving and she was signing autographs.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
And some dude came up to her and shoved her face and told her to lose weight. It's like, dude, are you? She's gained like what? Maybe like 5 pounds.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
she's gotten a little thicker, but I'm kind of digging that.
She's not fucking fat. That's the
No.
point. Fuck,
like,
she could be fat and she would still be smoking.
It's like a normal size.
Let's see. I never thought Rihanna was attractive. Just me, apparently. You know what? Me neither. Took a while, but when I did, I was like, yeah, I dig that. And then she got the tattoo, and I was like, damn, that tat though.
This tat's not good.
She's still pretty attractive though. She's got a 5 head, so that's a thing.
Does she?
Dude, that fucking head is Sasha Banks status.
No, I don't know, man.
It's bigger than Sasha. Look her up.
Sasha Banks looks like a skull.
Sasha Banks' 5 head is way smaller than Rihanna's 5 head. Hashtag that shit. It's true.
Yeah,
I'm 100% serious. I've studied them in depth.
You've measured the 5 head?
The only thing is that Rihanna's 5 head is more aesthetically pleasing than Sasha Banks' 5 head. Sasha Banks' 5 head is just like, man, that fucking placement is horrible. Rihanna's 5 head is like, I could still do that.
Yeah, I guess she does kind of have a big forehead.
It's fucking huge. No, see, that's you need to get one where it's on full display. You can't do some forward do's or.
I'm just going with the flow.
Put Rihanna 5 head in that shit. Sasha Banks looks like a villain in Apocalypto.
Oh my god!
Oh man!
Oh, this is not real.
That might as well be her.
Oh man! Hold on.
Fuck. That being said, Apocalypto's a badass fucking movie, so it would never have Sasha Banks in it. She can't act for shit. I wish I was Jeff Goldblum so I could get away with just mumbling inanities.
Yeah, and everybody thinks it's cool.
Yeah.
It would make our channel a lot easier.
Apocalypto is my favorite Mel Gibson movie. Either that he was in or that he directed. Coincidentally, he just directed this one. Fuck that. It's the best thing ever related to Mel Gibson.
He's in it.
He's not in it.
Yeah, he is.
It'd be weird if he was in it.
That's why I said he's in it. Here it is. This 100% genuine picture coming up now.
It might as well, man. Shit. See, you weren't looking hard enough for the real 5 head, but this is a good approximation.
By the way, apparently this is from the Twitter account Rihanna's 5 head. Riri's 5 head.
Oh man, I would jizz on that 5 head though.
That one's
not that specific
that's
one.
Bad.
That's a bad one. That's like Splice meets Rihanna.
I would hit the chicken Splice though.
Spliceana, who looks like the chick in Falling Skies, who looks like the chick in that's Catwoman in Gotham, except that the chick in Gotham doesn't have any makeup on, but the other two do. What's up with that shit?
Oh yeah, I can see that. I don't know about the Falling Skies thing because I'm not.
It's just like the same exact look.
Yeah. You know what's kind of weird about the chick from Gotham? She as time passes, I know this is gonna sound really dumb, but as time passes, she's looking really old. Like she looks way older than she actually is.
What?
Like from one year to the next, she looks way older than she. Not in a bad way, mind you.
Well, she's.
But you're like, whoa, that is.
She's at the crossroads of her growth spurt.
Yeah, I guess. But it's like, whoa, that's really weird.
Look at this falling.
Compare the 5 heads.
I'm getting to the Falling Skies I want to watch. Falling Skies. I'm trying to think of another chick. that looks like that has a 5 head that's hot.
Dude, I think Big Mark. I keep trying to say Big Marcus. I think Marcus give us our best idea for a video ever.
What is it?
Top 5 heads.
That is a fucking great idea. Dude, I'm trying to find this fucking bitch, man. Where is she? All that I'm getting is pictures of fucking Catwoman. Hold on. Falling Skies 5 head.
Your insistence on using the voice search is always weird. Oh man, I didn't throw my... Top 5 heads coming soon. We were gonna make a video called top 10 dicks in movies. It wasn't funny.
Kevin Bacon took all the spots.
Yeah,
so
he did.
the one was a bust. Well, I can't find the chick, but the point is...
5 head.
No, she wasn't a 5 head. She just...
Oh.
Hold on.
I thought you were looking for the 5 head.
No, I was looking for something else. Ah, shit, this thing is so abominable at searching things.
Yeah, it's
Hold
not
on.
good.
I need to find...
Oh, I just burped and it smelled like freaking...
Shut up. I need to find something.
Damn
I
you.
need to use the voice function. Let's see, your damn you came out. Let's see. Celebrities with 5 heads. That's the ticket.
It sucks.
Oh! Christina Ricci has a fucking 5 head.
Yeah, she does.
Man. And she's... Well, she lost too much weight and she got her tits lopped. Which is kind of weird. So that's a thing.
I'd still probably hit it.
Oh, I'd hit it. Don't get me wrong. And I'd be happy to hit it. Tyra Banks has a 5 head.
Yeah, she does. She big time 5 head.
And she's insane, clearly.
Dude, I used to watch freaking Tyra every day. The show, the talk show.
I'm letting you hang on that one.
Big time letting me hang on that one. Shit.
You know who, another video would be, oh man, what the fuck? Hold up, you gotta see this.
What?
Who is this?
Damn.
Whoever it is, she has a 5 head.
Yeah. Like how no one can see this, by the way, so it's just horrid. In the meantime, here's Rihanna's 5 head.
You know what I'm kind of digging? I'm digging chicks that get real close cropped hair.
What do you mean?
Not like pixie cuts. I'm talking like basically they're bald, basically.
Like who?
I'm trying to think of somebody that did it recently. Well, Natalie Portman did it, but you know she didn't look good with it.
I don't know.
I'm trying to think of some. I can't fucking think of. You know who looked horrible with it?
Who?
Cara Delevingne.
Oh yeah.
She fucking looked like she's got an alien head, dude.
She does.
Like straight up, you know, fucking. I don't know, like ancient alien shit, Paracas skulls type of shit. Who got the reduction? Oh, fucking Christina Ricci. I didn't stop being a fan. She's an interesting actress, but yeah, the boobs were kind of important. You know, like there's that whole like sub community of people that quote stopped thinking that Ariel Winter was hot because she got a breast reduction.
She did?
Yes, exactly. Her fucking tits are still enormous.
I didn't know that.
So the alternative was to have someone with disproportionately large tits and or someone that has massive tits, but they're at least somewhat proportionate to her. They're still massive. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Those things are like fucking flapjacks.
That's not a good way to explain it.
They're good flapjacks, so, you know, like the kind you eat with...
You could say something full, like a marshmallow or something, not a flat...
marshmallows are not good. Yeah, her boobs still look good. Yeah, they do look good. They look fucking great. And then some people go, well, look, she's got scars. Yes, that's what happens when somebody gets fucking surgery, you dumbass.
Top 10 boobs.
All these people complaining about chicks, says the guy that just complained about 5 heads.
Yeah, big time.
It's like, have you ever gotten laid? Because fuck.
I mean, what?
Here's the thing. We might criticize things superficially here and then, but it's all for fucking comedy. The fact of the matter is...
We just had a whole segment about 5 heads.
Yeah, the fact of the matter is, though, that in reality, you know, the human body is a weird motherfucker, you know? And if you're not a shallow piece of shit, you understand, hey, man, shit, you know, each person got their own physical quirks that you may or may not enjoy, and even if you don't enjoy, you end up enjoying them if you get with them anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I've been with some chicks that, and I'm sure, me of all people, I'm sure they were like, man, this piece of shit. Look at him.
Like 90% low, huh?
But that's, I don't know their point of view. Although I guarantee you it was.
It's not good.
He's fucking ugly.
Yeah.
But the point is, I can only tell you my point of view. And there's always something about somebody that you're not gonna find, you're not gonna click with. And usually it's personality oriented. But if it's physical, let's say if it's physical. Like my previous chick had humongous knockers, and I wasn't all about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a humongous knockers type of guy. But guess what? It was a thing all of a sudden. Like I can dig these. I can choke on these knockers.
It's a real first world problem there. My chick has big ass knockers.
Ariel went, well, yeah, but you know what I mean? You don't like, what do you know? You don't like some bullshit. I don't know what the fuck you don't like. Let's say your chick didn't have feet. You'd probably be like, what the fuck's, where's your feet at? Ariel Winter does need to get naked, and fucking now. I don't even give a shit what she's in. Just be naked. Stat.
ASAP?
It just, the movie could be, she walks in a room, drops trow. For like the first hour, she's just Donald ducking around.
Yeah.
And then the second half, the pivotal, riveting turnaround moment is she takes off the top. Boom. Academy Award.
It's like freaking 40 hours long, too.
Best 40 hours ever. Why did Gay Racula appear next to my head?
Oh, you'll see. I hate that I have to resize everything when I put it up. Here. Marcus sent us our next thumbnail, or our thumbnail for this vid.
That is...
You're looking really happy about Dean.
Look, I'm not going to say that I was happy about that, but I was.
God, why are you so happy?
It was the greatest moment of my life.
Look at that.
Why did you full screen it? Oh, man. Anyway. It's fucking... toasty in here.
Yeah, it really is. Probably gonna end this soon.
Toasty.
Maybe we can wait for a final question or something.
Yeah, give us one final question there, Marcus.
In the meantime,
or suggestion of something to rant about.
Yeah. In the meantime, I'll do this. Shit, I regretted that.
Sadly, that was the most clicks ever.
Yeah, it was.
Oh man.
Woo! This little heat!
What's the plan for after the stream? Masturbation Fest. I don't really know, honestly. Definitely gonna suck off Dean Koontz.
That's actually quite early still. I thought it was gonna be pretty late.
Yeah, gonna get the old suck Dean Koontz off thing out of the way first. Then
probably suck off Dean Koontz.
Yeah. A lot of Dean Koontz suck. This is not a good last question. I'm gonna give you one more shot at this, Marcus.
The shit, Marcus.
I don't know what the fuck.
I got a topic we can talk about real quick.
Is it about donkey
Looking forward to Aquaman?
It's fucking bad in here without the AC.
Yeah, it's really bad. It's bad with the AC.
Yeah. Because we got them old school ACs that fucking lick.
Swamp coolers. So it just blows in humidity.
It's fucking, it's pretty much a hothouse. It's not as bad as prison. That's the thing. I got perspective now. You know what I'm saying? In prison, we were in hothouses at 138 degrees minimum in the summers.
Oh,
fucking old men dying left and right. All that jazz.
He said to try it with the AC to see how the sound is, so we don't die.
All right, let's see what you think.
Yeah, if it sounds alright, we could continue it, but I'm dying right now. You're gonna have to let us know how it is. Oh, dude. Normally I don't like this air, but that nice little air felt good on my sweat-soaked back.
It's alright. It's not the best.
Anyway, Aquaman, you looking forward to that?
Yeah, I mean, it's a James Wan movie. There's that.
I
I
gotta
like the
say,
DC offerings up to now. So
I
there's
gotta
that.
say, I kind of like Juan's little attitude. He's been like kind of owning fools who are starting to start rumors on Twitter and shit. So that's cool. Oh, it's not that bad?
I mean, he didn't say that. He said he can hear us. That doesn't drown us out though.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how bad is it?
10 being horrid.
Yeah. Just a little background noise.
All right. Well, not too bad. The point is, I don't know what the point is.
He's been kind of owning fools on Twitter that they're starting rumors and shit. I've seen it several times, and it's pretty awesome. And I think that's kind of what something DC needs, because people are just starting rumors and they don't clarify, so they just become actual stories. Which, by the way, is a problem with the internet as a whole.
Yep.
But someone needs to come out and be like, "Shut up! Wait for the movie to come out, dickheads." And that's what I like about James Wan, that he is doing that, and that's pretty awesome. Same with the guy who's doing Shazam. He's kind of been shitting on people too.
I think
That's
they
good.
finally learned their lesson in regards to handling people.
Yeah.
Oh,
Gay Racco is on screen right now. I'm just pointing that out.
get my little snake dart on.
Your little lick on. My original plan was to do a little reaction vid to a couple vids, but the audio didn't seem to come through. So we'll save it for that one for another time. But
That would have been a good idea versus that beginning.
Yeah. Well, you know what video it was? It was the chick doing the Danzig cover. But yeah, I don't know how the sound. I don't know.
The game thing was horrible idea.
Dude, do not.
One because you can hear. Well, you can hear the audio for.
They could hear the audio for the video.
Oh, that's good then. I mean, it is sort of. We won't be.
Let me see if I can get my headphones working.
The point is, the before he gets to that, the game thing was a fucking failure from the get-go.
It was so bad, dude.
One, because I'm not a gamer per se. I play games. I just don't play them voraciously.
Yeah.
So what the fuck am I doing half the time, you know? Second, it was a game that he had barely played and I hadn't played at all.
It was a game I think you would have liked. Is why
Possibly.
I chose
The point is, if I play a game, I want to concentrate on it. Otherwise, I really fucking suck. So the conversation was dead from the beginning.
Yeah, big time.
Mind you, we try to make fun of that to bide us time until that fucking idea was taken out behind the shed and shot with Old Yeller.
It wasn't good, dude.
The point is, the fucking thing was over. We moved on from that to just talking about shit and the way it should have been, and that was the way to go. But fuck, it was a bad idea.
That was a bad idea. I'm not honestly. I don't know how this plays, but I'm getting a kind of good, okay feeling from this little stream. Maybe I'll take it down and edit out the game shit, and we could keep it up on the channel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, the Mortal Kombat was the best part, and it fucking sucked.
And it was bad, yeah. Let me see if I can get this to work.
Fire.
Is this Melissa Aufdermeyer?
It's funny that you mentioned Twin Peaks, because they were the first to warn
Yeah,
us
see, I
that
can't
the
hear the sound.
Norwegians are coming.
Let us know if you can hear this.
Montreal, I introduce you to Jorgen Monkey.
This is a performance of Devil's Plaything from Danzig, classic, by Melissa Aufdermeyer and some douchebag from Norway. That is quite possibly the worst, most dissonant, garbage cover of all time.
Yeah, it's boring. Hold on. It does. Yeah, see, I can't hear. We can't hear the audio. It's kind of a problem.
It really isn't. You just gotta let it do its own work.
Yeah, but I don't know. It probably wouldn't work. I do have an idea how to do that, but we'll do that later. Yeah, see, it's too loud too, the video. So need to figure that out. Anyway, it is a horrible cover. What is that?
To date, the only people that I've heard convincingly cover Danzig are kids,
Yeah.
which is fucking sad. I'm not even gonna say I'm not even gonna say Metallica did them justice, because really they've covered only Soen and Misfits era stuff, and it sounds cool, but it's not as cool as Danzig's version. But the point is, Danzig era Danzig, almost all the covers suck, and/or are not remotely cool, and/or are fine but not great. Except for those kids, I don't even remember what the fucking YouTube channel's called.
It's
Aaron
something.
OMF something. It's a bunch of it's a like a school for kids.
Yeah.
Music school for kids, and they're the only ones that ever covered Danzig right in a variety of styles and approaches. This fucking chick though, she fucking stepped on it and then raped the song.
Stepped on them and then raped it?
Fuck yeah. Anyways, go ahead and ask anything, Marcus. And I'm running on dry over here.
Yeah, a little bit. You can taste test that.
Nope, it tastes like fucking shit.
Hashtag tastes like shit. Yeah, it's kind of, this is kind of a freaking, hold on.
Since it's summertime, is there any cool concerts or performances coming to y'all's area anytime soon? Not really. I saw something recently that I don't really like to go to concerts anymore because, one, I'm poor.
Yeah.
Two, where we live is notorious for bad crowds.
Yeah.
Like, bands have opened up their concerts by saying, we know your reputation, can you please chill the fuck out? And the only bands that come here consistently enjoy that kind of havoc, like Korn and Slipknot. They'll come here because they kind of like breathe that air of chaos, and it works for what they're putting out there. But where I live, it's like fucking shit. Now recently I won, legitimately fucking won, because I flooded entries into this contest to win tickets to go see one of my favorite bands, Arch Enemy, in the state over in New Mexico, and I won the fucking tickets. It's just that there was no means of me to go there. There was nobody to go with. You know, this fucker isn't gonna go to a fucking Arch Enemy concert. I'm gonna stand there for ages.
Well, even if I did, how would we get there?
I would get there. I mean, we can drive there. The thing is, there was nobody to go with. So I didn't end up going to that. What I do want to go to is some rockabilly shows. So hopefully they'll start coming back.
Although apparently
I missed a few. I missed. Man, who came by recently that I saw like the day after? I forgot. And then one I saw the day before, which was Tiger Army. And I was like, fuck. It was like literally like 2 or 3 days before they came that I was like, oh, that's... And they were cheap, you know. I was upset. I found out Wednesday Dave Chappelle and Jon Stewart were in Houston Thursday and Friday. Tickets weren't that bad either. Yeah, Chappelle would be fucking worth it. I don't know about Stewart's...
stand-up?
Yeah, stand-up. I don't know. I've never experienced it. But Chappelle's one of the masters. Chappelle... Louis C.K.
Oh, but you're supposed to hate him now.
I'm never gonna hate Louis C.K. Chappelle, Louis C.K., Stephen Wright.
Ralphie?
I wouldn't put him up there with masters. Ralphie's fun, but he wasn't a master.
Oh, I'm just saying, cool.
Mitch Hedberg. Those are fucking masters of comedy for me. Unfortunately, one of those guys is dead, and one of them is ousted and shamed at the moment.
What about your favorite Carlos Mencia?
Fuck that piece of shit, man.
I saw his little video of Joe Rogan.
Don't even joke about that shit.
Joe Rogan shitting on him for stealing jokes on a stage. Ooh.
I'm at odds. I like Joe Rogan. I love Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan's my boy. But, and I get why he confronted Carlos Mencia, because Mencia's a piece of crap. 1, 2, he's obviously a joke thief. 3, he's lame. But at the same time, Joe Rogan defended Amy Schumer and passed off her obvious joke theft as coincidence. And he's not the only one. There's a lot of... She must be in good graces and or humping a lot of these fucks. Because there's no way you can look at the proof and go, that's just coincidence. The only thing she might get away with is she had writers on her show. But then again, all the instances are not from her show. They're also from her stand-up. So I hate Amy Schumer is the point.
Man, they were giving out Carlos Mencia tickets.
Let's see, Carlos Mencia just came to Houston a couple months ago. Fuck, man. I'm surprised he even makes a fucking buck anymore.
Yeah, no shit. Man, I remember...
First, the guy, the wife wasn't funny to begin with. Second, come on.
Remember our brother, who sucks, by the way, liked his show. So I saw several episodes of Mind of Mencia. Woo!
It was just a show that became popular because Chappelle's show wasn't on anymore.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it filled some sort of void. But it wasn't good. It was complete garbage, to be precise. Fucking Carlos Mencia. Fake Latino, no less.
More like Carlos Menso. That wasn't good,
Yeah,
but it was better than Carlos Mencia comedy.
No, it was worse. It was the worst joke you've ever done. Carlos Mencia wouldn't do that joke.
Well, he would because he would steal it.
Menstelia, as they call
He's
it.
going to steal our jokes. He's going to start using Gay Racula in his live shows.
Might as well. Might get him some views.
Dude,
Unlike us.
If we can get... Yeah, it's a little depressing, I'm not going to lie. Especially... Here's the thing. As of recent, I've actually put some degree of work into our videos. Not a lot. But given that, you know, I'm kind of learning the programs from the bottom up, it's very frustrating. Imagine me setting the streamer, you know how long that took? It's that, only I'm trying to figure out entire programs worth of shit. And I suck at it. So there's actually some level of work put into them. And to not have views on it, it's like, oh man. Not even for the views, it's just like, it would be nice some people were seeing it. I will say that the few people who do see them, that's pretty rad. And that's like, you know, I'm going to make these... I'm going to actually try to make these funny now because the few people who are watching them and like them.
You never know. Someone down the road might just discover it one day.
Yeah, that's true. It is funny.
If anything, it's a testament to there were two fat fucks that existed. For all you know, we're going to be dead in like 10 days.
10 seconds.
Let's see, when are we going to get a Cumbia Kings concert?
Shit,
Those
dude.
fuckers aren't even together anymore.
Pee-wee broke him up.
Fucking fighting over a prepubescent child.
It's really weird, isn't it?
Broke them up. That was... Yeah, you know what? That is weird. They broke up, and the only thing that they were playing tug-of-war with was the fucking
a
teeny
guy called Pee-wee.
male child called Pee-wee.
Some might say pretty gay.
Yeah, it's pretty gay. I don't know.
Yeah, recently did I ranted about it on the Twitters. Recently talked about freaking shit. You know what? It's better than that. At least that was like a lame story that had a reason behind it. Pee-wee, on the other hand, whoop!
Well, to be fair, Pee-wee had a story too. Pee-wee had gotten them like their biggest hit up to that
Yeah, that's
point.
a good point.
So they were like, shit, this chump has changed, you know what I'm saying? I like my tooth just fell out. This little fucking Brad has changed. So they were trying to, you know, cash in on the kid.
Yeah.
Little did they know that nobody would give a fuck about him a decade later. Hashtag Pee-wee is still around somehow.
Is he?
Yeah, he's like a solo artist now.
Shit.
Got his own porno site. Not that part. That part's not true.
I wonder if he's called Pee-wee because of his wiener size. Not proud of that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you hang on that one.
But you know.
Just hang out. Anyway, we're getting close to the 2-hour mark. We got 4 minutes.
Yeah.
That's 4 minutes of
Fat guys.
questions you might have. Let's
Like
see.
Bagwell?
Fuck back.
Look,
What?
the best thing Buff Bagwell ever did was be one half of the American Males in the most epic theme song of all time.
That is the best entrance package video of all time.
I'm
Because
not.
it sucks so hard.
I'm not gonna lie. I've pitched this many times, and I do hope we still can do this at one point. I want to recreate the American Males opening. If you haven't seen it, look it up, Marcus. The opening, their package of the American Males standing, looking all cool, only with us. And
Looking
have
the
that
exact opposite of cool.
have that be our wrestling entrance theme. I also want to do a dissection of the lyrics of the American Males theme, because they make 0 sense, and we've had hundreds of hours worth of conversation over what the hell they mean. Shit, dude.
I think it's I don't know where I was going with that.
All right.
The taste of these Tic Tacs has
Shit,
overwhelmed me.
If
Go
you,
ahead.
if the American Males theme song was in Garacula with Gangrel, it'd be a perfect film, I think.
It would just be like Tarantino style patchwork of influences.
Yeah.
Dean Koontz writes the script to Gay Racula and is one of the Gay Raculas because there's more than one.
Yeah.
Buff Bagwell.
Wait.
And,
Before you go to Buff, they get Lang Lang to do the soundtrack, but then they scrap it because it's horrid.
But they keep one song and it's just noise
Yeah.
during a kill.
Those are kills.
It's Gay Racula.
Oh, yeah, that's
they
a good
suck
point.
off the dicks and then they kill them. I don't know why they bother to kill them. They suck them dry or something. I don't know.
Buff Bagwell and
Point is, what is his name? Buff Bagwell and
Scotty Riggs.
Scotty Riggs. They just do the entrance music to the movie. Why does it have entrance music?
I don't know.
Fucking Gay Racula coming down a ramp.
Well,
There's pyros.
Graham Gale is Gay Racula, by the way.
Man, you know what? Christian Wood, because he's... I'm not saying anything about his skills as a wrestler. I'm just saying he in general just sucks to me.
Man, are you hating on the Chris?
Yeah, a little bit. I never liked Christian.
Shit.
I get that he's a good wrestler. I'm not saying that.
Well,
There's something about him that never struck a chord with me as a character.
like as a solo guy, or even with the team?
As a solo guy, and especially as a solo guy, but also with the team. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I like them fine enough now, like on their own, actual them for real.
Yeah.
But yeah, Christian, the guy, especially when they had that entrance with all the fucking sparklers coming down and shit. It's like, the fuck is this shit, man?
Oh, well, you know what? Yeah, I guess as a character he kind of licks. I just thought.
But yeah,
his
he
man
would
as
be
a
in
dick.
there. Just,
Yeah.
He would suck all the dicks.
To answer your question, I used to listen to the wrestling podcast. I used to listen to the Steven Larson one, but I haven't been in the podcast scene much lately. So I'm not well versed in the podcast field. I did listen to a couple of the Steve Austin ones and Jericho ones, but it was more like an occasionally type of thing.
I like to listen to Keeping It 100 with Conan. That's a favorite because Conan clearly doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And pulls out all the stops, gives his opinion, bare bones. If it's for him or against him, he doesn't care. He's just putting it as it is. So I like Conan's Keeping It 100.
I'm a big fan of Holding Turds In with Kona.
Holding Turns In with Kona is the best. And the worst simultaneously. But yeah, Keeping It 100 with Conan. Stone Cold Podcast is pretty cool every now and then. Just to hear him talk, really, because it's funny.
Yeah.
Chris Jericho's podcast is great. I don't listen to every single one of them because they are pretty fucking long.
Yeah,
but
they
when
are.
somebody of interest is there or he's talking about something interesting, I'll listen to it. What else do I listen to? I'll listen to the Jim Cornette ones, even though I disagree with him a lot.
Yeah, Jim Cornette can be really grating sometimes.
Man, I listened to something else and I can't remember what the fuck it... Oh, I have listened to a few of Rhino's or the Big Guys podcast.
Oh,
Man,
Ryback?
man, he sucks.
Ryback?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Ryback, not Rhino. Rhino's cool. So that's a fucking thing I did sometimes for some reason. But
yeah,
yeah,
it's just him like crying all the time.
yeah.
It's like CM Punk, only better.
But yeah, probably my favorite is Keeping It 100. I like the Taz one. Taz one's pretty cool. Even though he thinks he's still the hot shit.
Yeah, he does.
But it's pretty cool. I like it. I like Taz. Or his podcast.
But how about the Tasmanian Devil? I knew that was gonna be a bad one, and I still went through it. That's what I call commitment right there.
Horrible commitment. Anyway.
Any question?
What is this? Yeah, fucking podcasts are super long sometimes. So I just wait for people to cut the podcast up into interesting parts.
That's true.
Mainly whenever they're criticizing something. Kona fucking Reeves. That's a dead gimmick if I ever saw one.
Shit. Woo!
Shit.
I'm not gonna lie, I do kind of bump to his theme a little.
I don't.
His new one. But it doesn't fit him. What does fit him is new underwear. He's holding in turds all the time.
The day this fucking asshole becomes a champion is the day I quit wrestling. That's right, apparently I'm wrestling.
Yeah. You'd probably be better in Kona, better character.
Wouldn't be holding in my turds. I'd try to be holding in my innards because of my hernia, but not my turds.
Shit.
Kona, man.
Look at that face, dude.
Kona is what Big Cass was doing with his promos. Big Cass was doing the, I'm bigger, I'm badass, you hate me type of thing, but with promo.
Yeah.
Kona just fucking says it. I'm the finest. You're not. Shut up.
And that's not cool.
Stop holding your fucking caca in.
It's not cool like an EC3 type of thing. It's just literally him just saying things. And you don't believe it. So it's just horrid.
Dude, if this fucker becomes a champ over Velveteen Dream, there's no justice in the world.
Shit.
None.
Dude, I would...
You know who thinks Velvet... I don't like Dave Meltzer because he thinks he's hot shit.
Yeah.
I'm not saying his opinions aren't valid sometimes, all that jazz. I just don't like that he has decided he's the authority and the know-all and end-all and be-all of wrestling. When in reality, he's just a tool that fucking wrestling sometimes uses. And he's the biggest mark ever, too. The point is, I disagree a lot with Dave Meltzer. But I don't disagree that Kona Reeves sucks, which he agreed with. And one of the things that he said that made me go, fuck you, man, was that he thought that Velveteen Dream needed a lot of work.
What?
First of all, the guy's in developmental. That's the whole point of developmental, to work out your character kinks. Second, that's the guy you said needs work?
Yeah.
Literally one of the best ones on the roster?
Did he mean like character work?
He meant the whole fucking thing.
Oh, wow.
He said he only worked when he worked well. I'm sorry. He said he only worked when the other person was good. Otherwise, he wasn't good.
That's bullshit. He's great in the ring.
So, whatever respect I had for him, which was not a lot, went out the window.
I can get someone saying like he needs a little work on his character, mainly because I would like him to be a little more gay, like straight up Joto. But he's still good. His character's good. But damn, he's good in the ring. Like criticizing him in that aspect is ludicrous.
Yeah, Meltzer's the biggest mark, and he doesn't even know it. Case in point, he was talking about the Ronda match, and he was Ronda match versus Nia Jax, and he was applauding how well she did in selling the story they were telling. But then Brian Alvarez, his lame ass compatriot in crime, is like, she's selling too well. She looks weak. And it's like that. You understand what the fucking point of the story was? The point was that they're trying to get the idea that MMA versus wrestling, two completely different fields, and that she's unmatched. That who she faced first was not ready was not worthy of her competition, and vice versa. So here's Nia Jax, who's supposed to be, a worthy opponent, and so she's selling extremely well, but to the benefit of the storyline. If anything, that's unselfish considering the level of amazing talent and skill she's shown so far. And even Meltzer was like, the fuck, are you an idiot? Because fuck, man, it's pretty obvious what's going on here. But anyway, whatever. Meltzer sucks. What I'm getting. Let's see. What do you put on Twitter towards Hulk Hogan?
Yeah, I'm not aware of that. We're going to choke him on live.
Pretty much anybody that does anything against Hulk Hogan, I'm a fan of. Unless it's Kona Reeves.
You're a Hulk hater. Like, not even Kona could freaking shit on Hulk and would get you in its good graces.
I didn't even like Hulk Hogan back in the day.
What about Kona Hogan?
I was a Macho Man guy. Don't put Kona over me. Wait. Put him over. Fit him into my shoulders.
What?
Fit him onto my shoulders, you fool. What's
Oh!
up? How you doing there? Oh, you gotta fit him.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I like how his shirt just changes to black. Also, you have a logo on it.
Yeah. It's a black and white aesthetic. Hey, Al Smith's in the house. What up, Al? You got anything you want us to opinionate on?
Is it this asshole, Kona Reeves?
Yeah, Al doesn't care about wrestling.
No.
It's a hot type of...
Oh, I do. Look, Al, I'm not gonna lie. I'll put you in one of our recent videos that's gonna come up soon. Hopefully you can check it out and see what you think of it. We gave you a rockin' bod, is all I gotta say.
Oh, he used to watch wrestling as a kid. Yeah, I don't think anybody in America didn't watch wrestling at some point. It was that big a thing. The AC fucking sucks.
Yeah, it's bad.
I'll be
It
honest
is slightly
with you.
better though, I will say.
We're not sizzling in our suits.
Yeah.
We got body suits on, right? Leather body suits. Oh, God.
I'm debating whether I should show the Al Smith picture or not.
No, we gotta wait.
Yeah, you gotta wait for that
I
one.
watched him when I was little, into the late 90s, but that's it. Oh, fuck. Poke my eye out.
Yep.
You know what,
You know what's a good soundtrack?
oh, son of a bitch. Worst rendition.
It's so bad.
Why are you carefully...
I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. What the hell are you doing?
Do my little snake tongue.
What?
Flip City song. Yeah,
Shit.
the rest is...
It's really bad. I hated the freaking Run DMC remix, I guess, of the Ghostbusters theme.
What was who did the theme for the remake?
Oh, Fall Out Boy,
Yeah,
I think.
I'd rather hear the Fall Out Boy theme than the Run DMC one.
Shit, you know what? You're right. And that one sucked.
Yeah, it was horrendous. I'll tell you what though, Ghostbusters 2 was the Ghostbusters that I saw the most at first, because it came out, when I was...
Oh,
what
really?
year did I come out? What year did it come out? 80...
Probably like 89.
89,
maybe?
somewhere
Yeah,
around
around there somewhere. 89.
Yeah. So it was the one that was most available to me at first. So I saw Ghostbusters 2 quite a lot before I saw Ghostbusters 1 a lot. Because back then we were so poor we didn't have a fucking VHS or nothing. And then when we did get, or VHS tapes, when we did get a VHS, I had to borrow the VHS from a friend. And he was so loath to lend me Ghostbusters 1. You gotta understand, VHS tapes cost a lot of money
back then.
back
Babies
then.
wear out too.
So he was like, you can borrow Ghostbusters 2. And I was like, oh, gee, thanks.
You might as well give me a turd on a stick.
Let's see, Al says, this is a totally true story. My sister, who was 8 months pregnant, took me to see it in the theaters on my 6th birthday. And the Vigo scene scared the shit out of me. And I begged to leave. You know what? The fucking scene with Janos
Yeah, that was spooky.
used to scare the fuck out of me. Oh, I wouldn't say scare the fuck out of me,
It's
but it
eerie.
creeped me the
Yeah,
fuck
it's
out.
eerie. Janos walking down the
Yeah,
hallway
the
with
hallway.
his eyes Also, the subway with all the heads,
Yeah.
that was pretty cool. But like half of it's really bad.
It's not a great movie. It's
some
alright.
Some might say it's bad.
It's alright. It could be better.
Yeah, it could. This is what Marcus sent us.
Oh, Velveteen Dream. Let's see.
This is what Hulk said. This is what.
Good.
Yeah, I mean, Ghostbusters is definitely one of those where it's like, the older you get, the better the comedy gets. At surface level, you'll get it when you're a kid, but some of the jokes you're like, upon reviewing, they're a lot better, and that is something that I will say the new movie doesn't have. I don't think it's gonna appreciate with each viewing. In fact, I actually liked it a little less with each viewing until we saw the extended, which I actually liked. But the original is like every time you see it, you notice a new gag, and they're so kind of like mostly in the interactions of the characters. That's what makes it so good.
Yeah, it's definitely in line with the stuff that Ramis and Murray were doing back then. The humor, the best humor, is much more adult than it is aimed at general audiences. So yeah, it does appreciate with time and experience, I guess. So that's something that the part 2 really doesn't.
Yeah, no shit.
It actually gets worse the more you watch it, and the remake was already saddled with a lot of problems to begin with. Here's the thing: had it been a continuation, I would have been way more forgiving of it. Yeah. It definitely would have been the wisest thing to just have the girls. I'm assuming you're talking about the 2016 version. To have the girls just be a new version of the team.
Yeah.
It would have been the most logical thing. Here's the thing about the 2016 version of Ghostbusters that I actually do quite enjoy, and it's that the team dynamic between the girls actually works. When when they're building the team, their interactions work. Like, you could see why these girls would be funny in these roles.
I'll say especially in the extended.
Yeah.
Because the extended, they added a lot more dialogue stuff, which in Ghostbusters is what's good.
Yeah.
The theatrical, upon when you see the extended, you realize how much they cut just to make quick jokes. So the extended, it's actually a lot better in that in the character development, because you get a lot more into what they're saying and shit.
The real big problem with
interactions, as you say.
The real big problem with the remake is that the villain is absolute trash.
Yeah.
And then they shoehorned in stuff that was completely unnecessary, like cheap jokes, cameos that were honestly some of the worst I've seen ever in cinema history.
Ozzy Osbourne stuff?
Ozzy Osbourne one was the worst. Let me see.
And that's even better in the extended. There's an alternate line that he says that is way less cringy than the one that's in the theatrical.
Yeah.
Which is
But
weird.
even then,
it's still bad.
those cameos should have, even the original Ghostbusters shouldn't have been in there as cameos. It should have just been people doing things. The only cameo I was okay with was the tip of the hat to Harold Ramis.
Yeah.
Was nice. And Ernie Hudson's cameo seemed suitable, especially considering how little he got to do in the original two. But other than that, it was like, come on, man. The Bill Murray stuff was like, anybody else could have done this.
Yeah, that's true.
Just why do we have to distract from
and it,
what's
yeah,
going on?
It really was just a distraction. Like, what the hell is this scene even happening?
See, the thing is, Al, I don't think Melissa McCarthy was doing the angry fat girl thing in Ghostbusters.
That's just the character she always plays.
Yeah, but she wasn't doing it in this particular version. Maybe she's just been so typecast that people think instinctually that's what she's doing, but she wasn't. If anything, she was very mild in comparison.
You know what? That's true. Yeah.
Even Kristen Wiig was playing against type. The only one playing kind of in form to what she normally plays is what's her name? Leslie Jones. But even then, she toned it down quite a bit, so that didn't come off as a stereotype, which everybody was already saying she was going to be a stereotype. But that's the thing. Leslie Jones in SNL always plays a stereotype by her choice. That's her shtick. That's her comedy. So she actually toned it down, which is odd. But everybody was kind of playing like a toned down version of themselves, oddly enough. So I didn't dislike the team. I actually liked the team, and I do like those girls individually on their own. I don't even hate Paul Feig, which I know is gonna blow Al Smith out of water. I don't even hate Paul Feig. I think his intentions are good to begin with, and I read a lot of interviews with him. I think his intentions were good to begin with. One, in terms of the material that he does, I don't even know if he's gay. He might be gay. I don't know.
I think he's gay.
But the point is, he's always been very pro female leads, and not in a agenda type of way. It's just that's what he's comfortable with. And like the movie Spy that he did with Melissa McCarthy, not only was it a funny movie, but it was legitimately a good send up of Spy.
Apparently he's straight.
Yeah. That's why I was like, I'm not sure.
I thought he was mega gay.
Yeah, but he's always associated with the female gender a lot more. But like I said, like a movie like Spy is excellent as not only at sticking the finger into the spy genre and stirring things out around a bit, but it was a good vehicle for Melissa McCarthy, and I think his intentions were good. It's just I think that the people at Sony, the studio, are pushing things too far, and that's what's her fucking stupid name?
Amy Pascal.
Pascal and Rothman. Those people are pushing things beyond what is necessarily good taste and into SJW territory.
Yeah,
and I think that's where things got muddled a lot.
Not to mention the ludicrous reaction that the people had to criticism, which was also ludicrous. I think both sides of that argument, like the people who were horribly against it just because it was women, and the people defending it, were way wrong. Like, the place to be is in the middle. Just judge the movie for what it is. Don't go, to an extreme or whatever.
Yeah, I agree, man. Pascal is a fucking poison. And Rothman, when he was at Fox, was poison. And now he's at Sony and he's poison. They're just... together, they like fucking leech off of each other. And they just push this fucking bullshit agenda forward. Rothman is the one that derailed X-Men over and over again because he wanted his version of things until he left. And then it got right. And Pascal, well, we just have to see Sony's record for the last few years to see where her mind's at. Emoji Movie, she pushes all this garbage to the forefront. Let's see, Al says, I never had an issue with women Ghostbusters. My issue was that it was a remake and it forced the SJW agenda. Yeah, I don't have an issue. I've actually, and Goontick will attest to this, I've been a fan of female leads in media for a pretty long time, ever since Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I think they're a good way to get certain themes across because they are in a very specific state, socially speaking, in our society, so they can get points across in a much clearer fashion. However, when backed up with a fucking clear-cut agenda, it comes off as cloying, it comes off as contrived, and nobody likes to have their shit shoved in their face. That being said, I think the SJW stuff was way in the back in Ghostbusters. Like, it wasn't we're girls, girl power type of thing.
They've made some jokes in response to people thinking it was going to be an SJW fest, but that doesn't count. That's them shitting on those expectations. I think the SJW thing came from people outside of the movie. Yeah. Shitting on James Rolfe, for example, for saying he wasn't going to see it just because he didn't want to see it. Yeah. That's a problem.
Yeah. I agree with that. The movie was too self-aware about the SJW accusations to be full-on SJW. I'm not saying Pascal's intentions weren't that.
Yeah.
Clearly they were, but I don't think Paul Feig's intentions were that. And I definitely don't think the cast... You could see the cast when they were answering questions uncomfortably about this stuff. They were like, fuck, man, we just were making a movie.
Yeah, and now we're dragged
and now we're dragged into this mess. And I get why that came up, because the SJW thing has become a problem in films. I get that. But I don't think that was the intention. I don't think that the cast's intentions were that. And I think they put those jokes in there, taking the piss out of that idea for a reason.
Yeah.
But it's just it's just the social climate right now is everybody's rebelling against the idea of an SJW agenda being pushed, which I get. Now, like, let's take The Last Jedi, which people said that I think has an SJW agenda, but even then I enjoyed large portions of it. And we talked about this previously in this you weren't here, Al, but there were large portions of The Last Jedi which are clearly pushing pro-feminist ideals, and whether that's good or bad, it's up to the viewer. I'm just saying that it was more blatant in The Last Jedi. However, there were large portions of The Last Jedi that I thoroughly enjoyed, and I know you did too. I saw your videos on it. There were large portions of the Jedi that Last Jedi which were great. And so I think on the end it was kind of like a mixed bag. You take the good with the bad, and you end up going, well, that's what we got. Some of the bad stuff is really fucking bad, but some of the good stuff is really good, even if the fans don't particularly appreciate it. I think eventually we're going to find a balance. I like depressed Luke too. I love the idea of a Luke that is so disenchanted with what he originally thought this vision of the future was going to be, that he is willing to kill someone to stop them. That's a magnificent idea. Yes, absolutely, it made sense. It made sense for him to be there. If things have not changed for the better, that's exactly where he would be. He would be depressed. He would be disenchanted. He would be like, what am I even a part of if I'm not part of the problem? Which is what he did. He isolated himself. It made sense for him to be there. I agree with that.
And I actually think that it went well to his eventual death.
Yeah, it made the death 10,000 times more epic.
It was kind of like a full circle. It was like the Obi-Wan thing, only if it was cool.
Yeah.
Like, you actually understood what it was this time, not just the old guy disappearing. You're like, oh, that's what this is.
Yeah, everyone did want Happy-Go-Lucky Luke. And the thing is, Happy-Go-Lucky Luke was gone by Return of the Jedi, you know what I'm saying? And if Return of the Jedi had been 100% a great film, which it's not, it's a very flawed movie, it would have been a much darker movie. And it wouldn't have ended on such an upbeat note, you know what I'm saying? But the fact of the matter is that if you're going to continue this series, then the idea is that evil has continued too. So why would he remain happy-go-lucky if evil has continued? And if we didn't have evil in this movie, then we wouldn't have a movie. So the fans are just like, we want this only, but we're not willing to accept the logic behind it because we're too stuck on the old characters. The fact of the matter is we need the new Star Wars movies to be about the new characters. And to do that, we need to get rid of the old characters as much as possible. And I thought the Luke thing was fantastic. It was a good send-away. Pretty epic. Let's see what else he says. I just didn't like the sacrifice by remote control. I just would have him... I'm okay with the way it was portrayed, actually. One thing that people fail to notice is that with each movie, the Force inexplicably has a different power. And this was like pushing the boundaries of that, with Leia's fucking space flight thing, and Yoda all of a sudden Force Ghost now can alter reality, and then Luke being able to project his essence. Would it have been cooler if he was there? Possibly, but I think
it gave a little more to the fact that he was at peace and was like, I'm out, yo.
That, and on top of that, the logic for him to get there on time would have been,
that too.
How is he going to get there on time? But second, it also shows you exactly how powerful he can be.
Yeah.
One, and two, it kind of added a different... it allowed him to go in a peaceful and serene way while still having a badass sequence for him to fight. You know, he fights, he kicks ass, but then guess what? He's actually alone. He's still in isolation and still able to affect things. I thought it had, but I get it. I mean, I understand why people wouldn't be 100% behind it. Let me see what he said. I mean, for fuck's sake, Kylo destroyed everything. I'm sorry, Luke worked for. How could he not be depressed? Yeah, absolutely. In the extended universe, he did the same too, so I expected it, right? I get what you're saying. Yeah, man. I think the real problem with the Star Wars universe, it does have problems right now. It's always had problems. That's the thing. You know, if anything, it had more problems with Lucas in control because Lucas is such a... Lucas is a great idea man, but he's not a great director, and he's definitely not a great writer. The best Star Wars movie of the past, of the original trilogy, was not written by Lucas. It was written by Lawrence Kasdan and directed by Lawrence Kasdan. And, you know, Lucas' ex-wife fixed the original Star Wars, you know, and Lucas fucked up the good parts of Return of the Jedi. So Lucas... And then Lucas did the prequels, which are fucking terrible for the most part. You know, so Lucas is... Fans fail to acknowledge that he's the poison to his own creation. He did it with Indiana Jones too. He's the idea man behind it, but then he turned around and completely destroyed any goodwill.
I 100% agree with Al Smith. I have seen hundreds of people...
Hold on, he says, the fans are rewriting history, claiming the prequels were flawless. Yes, absolutely. And the new ones, I'm like, wait, I was there back then. What the fuck are... Yeah, exactly.
And everybody was shitting on these movies for, like, years. And suddenly everybody's coming out and being like, these are perfect. The new ones are shit. Mm-hmm. No, the prequels suck. Like, there's no way around it. They're horrid. And you thought they sucked until the new ones came out. Now you're looking at it with freaking rose-tinted ass glasses or some shit. It's like with Halo. It happens every time. New game comes out, the previous one is suddenly a masterpiece, despite the fact that everybody shat on it.
This is a problem that's pervasive throughout all media.
Yeah, it is.
Pervasive through all media. For example, we hold some films to, you know, we put them in the fucking zenith of cinema. So people are unwilling to accept that something else might come along and be better than it. So Citizen Kane will always be considered by many to be the greatest film ever because they're unwilling to admit that something else might just have been better, because then they'll feel dumb or they'll feel stupid. But the fact of the matter is, times change, the medium changes and adapts, and the tools necessary to create better cinema are made available, and better cinema does come along, you know. And the same with something like Star Wars. Let's face it, the original trilogy was serial B-grade sci-fi. That's what it is. That's what it'll always be. It just came out at a time where the big event movies didn't exist on this level, and the audience was there for it. Kids fell in love with it, and they will forever accept it as something wonderful because it was something they grew up with. So they look back on it with nostalgia glasses. And then the problem is that those very same kids criticize the prequels, like you said, but now that they have something new to add to it, they'll go and defend them just to criticize something new. It's like we don't want to accept progress. We don't, whether the progress is good or bad, it's like we refuse to accept it for some fucking reason. Let's see. All Star Wars is flawed. I got issues with some of the original trilogy. Lucas made Star Wars because he couldn't get the rights to Flash Gordon. Yeah, Lucas, look, it's no secret that Lucas is a fucking liar, first of all. He claimed that he had this thing plotted all from the get-go, but from episode to episode, you can see that that's not true. If you go look back at his old notebooks and story ideas and drawings and concept art and all that stuff, you can see that he changed the thing dramatically. It's evident he's made stuff up as he goes along, especially in the prequels. And it's evident that the more control he has, the worse the movies get. You just have to look at the behind-the-scenes footage of him showing the production crew the first cut of Phantom Menace, where even he's like, man, this is terrible. How could I have thought that this was going to work? And then later, he tries to explain it away by saying, oh, we can fix it this way, and Jar Jar is the key, and all this garbage. You know, so flaws, yes. Let me see. There's nothing to imply Luke and Leia were always twins. Exactly. Yeah, man, he's just not an organized thinker. He's definitely a horrible writer. By accounts of everyone on set, he's a terrible director. He doesn't know how to communicate what he wants on screen. Case in point, those terrible sequences between Anakin and Padme, fucking some of the worst scenes he ever committed to film. He's too obsessed with the progression of technology, especially in terms of effects, to the point where it becomes a detriment to his own movies, where they just look like fake garbage. You know, Lucas unrestrained is a problem. But if you're to hear the fans nowadays, he would have been the thing to keep this thing on the fucking tracks, when in reality he was the thing that derailed it. You know, so you can't please fanboys. That's the problem. You can't please fanboys. They'll always be critical, and the only vision that they have that is right is the one in their heads. And if they don't get exactly what they want, they're always unhappy. Yes, exactly. Why the fuck did all the clones have to be digital?
Look, I have something to say about the clones.
Why did the sets have to be digital?
The clones were stupid, and they could have done something good with them. A good example is a game called Republic Commando, I think it's called. It is a game where you play as a leader of a small squad of clone troopers who are basically like Black Ops operatives in the world, and it weirdly explores like more psychological effects of the war on the clone troopers and them being clones. So it's kind of weird that it has this like really well done characterization for clones, and it uses that, and it uses the effects of war on the characters to make a really almost pretty freaking spooky game where you're playing as clones, and it's 100% believable, and they each have their own characters despite being clones. And it is a really good use of that storyline, and still having them be important, and having characterization, and exploring interesting stuff about how the war would affect people, and seeing the gritty side of Star Wars. And no, let's just make them all pointless pieces of shit in the movies. It's sad that the extended universe shit did stuff way better than Lucas ever could, and now it's all gone.
He says
there's some good shit out there.
He says he played the game before, and that was great. And basically anybody that's... Not anybody, but the majority of the great stuff that's come to Star Wars has been extraneous, extended universe, and or from other people besides Lucas. That's just facts. Did you guys ever watch Clone Wars? They go into a lot of the cartoon. You know what? I mean, they could have done something with that instead of the bullshit Attack of the Clones garbage we got, which ends literally with, hey, all the cool stuff's going to happen, but you're not going to see it.
Yeah.
Because all this was garbage. Yeah, man. Yeah. I think Clone Wars is still canon, right? They haven't taken that off, have they?
I don't think so.
I think
there was 2 Clone Wars series, wasn't there?
Yeah, I'm thinking the Gendy one. Gendy,
I don't think that's canon anymore.
Oh, great.
I think the CG one is, though.
Like, you care for the clones, like Rex and Cody, and it's Clone Wars and Rebels are... Yeah, okay. Yeah, man. The real issue is fans. That's the real issue. Fans are stubborn. Fans are unwilling to change. Fans are unwilling to accept change. I'm not saying all the change has been good. I'm just saying fans dig their heels in, and that's it. And then the internet has enabled them to speculate to the point where they ruin movies before they even come out. Yeah. And if they don't get exactly what they want, they get pissy and they throw a fit. So the CGI ones are official canon. Well, that sucks because again, what's his name?
Tartakovsky.
Tartakovsky one was great, but yeah.
I do want to answer Marcus real quick because he asked the question a million years ago. I'm on currently on season 7, episode 3, called "Toilet Paper" of South Park. I gotta say, I'm really liking the show, despite season 3 not being great. Specifically, one episode, Jacavosaurus one, piece of shit, complete piece of shit. But it's actually a pretty good show. I enjoy it quite a bit. I like how they take the shit out of the piss out of both sides. And sometimes you think they're spouting something anti this side, but then they'll ultimately flip it and it'll be something completely different. It's pretty neat. I like it.
Okay.
Apparently you hate the theme, so there you go.
I do hate the theme. Let's see. At the end of the day, it's just a movie.
Yeah.
Not this religious experience. Exactly, man. I've been a fanatic of film forever, and I get being in love with a film, but to get angry about... To get so involved that it affects your fucking life and your thinking, it's kind of ridiculous and a waste of time, you know? Especially when it comes to, like, remakes, when it comes to continuations of classic films. All right, you didn't like it, so let's just move on. And it's fine to opine about that. It's fine to put out your opinion. That's kind of part of the fun, you know? But then to like some of these fans that take it to the end of the fucking earth and they're willing to kill each other over an opinion, that's where we've gotten to in this fucking world. You know, meanwhile, halfway around the globe, people are fucking dying and starving, and we're over here arguing about fucking Star Wars.
Yes, it ruined my childhood shit. It's stupid as shit.
Yes, exactly. The old shit's still there, man. The old fucking shit's still there. It's not gonna go away. And then there's so many general arguments. Like one of the ones that pisses me off is remakes are bad. No, they're not. Some remakes are bad, but there's been plenty of remakes that are fantastic. Why don't you acknowledge those? You know, is it just because it's convenient to your argument? And the answer is yes. They'll rewrite history just to fit their argument, and you know it's terrible. It's we live in a whacked out society where these are fucking priorities for some fucking reason. We can't just enjoy a movie. I'll tell you right now, Al, if what's it called? If Ghostbusters, the original '80s classic Ghostbusters, came out today, there was no Ghostbusters before it. If it came out today, as is, before it even hit the theaters, people would already have bad-mouthed it and destroyed it before it even came out. Oh, look, that guy's in it, and let's just take the piss out of it until it's gone, and it probably wouldn't even be a classic because people would have destroyed it. You know, the internet has given people too many people too much power, or the idea of power, where they just think they can make and break a movie at their own whim.
What would have been a classic, though, is the 70s Ghostbusters cartoon with Kong.
Golly.
And Tracy, I think it was called, or whatever. I don't remember.
Hey, anybody watch that fucking shit?
Shit.
I'd see at the end of Scarface 1983 was a great remake. Yeah, exactly. And it completely changed the entire drive of the character, who he was, the setting, the location, everything was changed, basically. It was just the basic framework, with a completely different narrative. The Thing, 1982. Another great remake. The Fly. You know? Who the fuck gives a shit about the original Fly anymore? Oh, I'll tell you who. The people that are unwilling to accept that the original Fly is not that great. Just because Vincent, the badass Price, was in it, doesn't mean it's a fucking great movie. It's
like
pretty shitty movie.
You like really big heads, it's pretty good.
And then Fly hands.
Dude, I don't know about RoboCop being a perfect film. It is pretty great, but that guy's massive arms at the end.
Oh, when he's falling off the building?
Massive arms take off a couple points.
I love RoboCop, man. Yeah, that's one of our favorites.
I haven't seen the remake. Yeah, that is weird. I haven't seen the remake yet, but that scene, I saw a scene on YouTube because it came up in my suggested. That was kind of cool. It was like, I guess after they rebuild him, and Gary Oldman's like, look, dude, you're a piece of shit now. We fixed your ass. And he's like, dude, you gotta show me how it is. And it's kind of like this little emotional moment where they take off everything is just a freaking head. That was kind of cool. Except for the fact that he's just a head and lungs, right? For some reason, still human hand down here. They don't explain it. It's just there.
Yeah, I don't understand why they preserve the human hand part.
It's not even connected to the rest of him. It's just a floating hand. Anyway.
Once again, I forgot what
Oh, apparently that's the best part of the remake.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah, I haven't seen the remake either. I don't know if it's good. I don't know. I'll tell you this: if you liked RoboCop, then I talked about this earlier in the stream. You should see a movie called Upgrade. Now, it's not. There's not gonna be robots and shit in it, but there's a lot of thematic similarities. And although RoboCop is more of a satire movie with heavy action and shit, Upgrade is a revenge thriller that's also a sci-fi techno thriller. But there's a lot of similarities between the two. You know, guy and his family are killed, blah, 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 blah. Kind of a revenge angle and, you know, corporations in the mix and stuff. But, yeah, you'd really enjoy that. Yeah, it's new. It's new. It's probably still out in your neck of the woods since you live near a big city. But, you know, not a lot of people went and saw it. So it's one of those, like, little, if you catch it in the theater, cool, man. But you got to see it. It's awesome. It's really fun. I heard Big Marcus, but why do I keep calling him Big Marcus?
Me too, yeah.
Marcus says, I heard they're doing another Scarface remake. Yes, they are doing another Scarface remake, but it's from the Coen brothers. And I love everything the Coen brothers have done, you know. And they remade True Grit recently. And even their stuff that's not as great as all their other stuff is still pretty fucking great in comparison to the average fare you get. The Coen brothers are damn near untouchable, really, at this point. My tooth hurt. Let me see. I was trying to think of a remake that I watched recently that I enjoyed. I know one I didn't enjoy, and there was the remake of Inside, which fucking sucked. A
remake of The Crow. What do you think of that?
Well, it's dead in the water again.
Yeah, this is one of the most cursed movies of all time, isn't it?
I don't. I think it's. I don't even know what to. They want to remake Big Trouble in Little China. Yeah,
that's been cursed for a while too. That's
Big
been in the
Trouble
works for like ever.
Look, I'm all open. I'm open to a different interpretation of the events, but it doesn't mean that I'm like gung ho for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Suspiria is one of my favorite horror films of all time, and it's just barely getting a remake. Originally, I would have told you, don't remake it. It's already good. But since it is getting made, I'll give it a shot. And the trailer looks decent in its own distinct way. So I'll give a shot to Big Trouble in Little China, but it is one of those where you're like, don't. It's pretty much as good as it gets. And a lot of the good not only comes out from the quirkiness and the effects. The physical effects is a big part of it. It's also from the director's style and Kurt Russell. You know, you can't duplicate certain things. So if there is going to be a remake of Big Trouble in Little China, it's going to have to be really fucking good. I will say that The Rock does have a lot of personality.
Yeah.
And he might be able to affect somebody akin to Jack Burton as Kurt Russell portrayed him. Or maybe just a different version of a character like that. So maybe. But The Rock's filmography isn't exactly great either. So, you know what I'm saying? He's a fun guy. He's made some fun movies. But has he made great movies? Not really. I can't think of a great Rock movie. I can think of one
Tooth
that
Fairy?
Yeah, fuck Tooth Fairy.
That's it?
What was the one that you watched theatrically?
Oh, The Game Plan?
The Game Plan?
I seriously
the most generic.
I liked
and
it.
yet,
So,
for some reason, I liked it.
it's like likable. It's mostly because of The Rock. Apparently, The Guardian has just heard the Run DMC theme song, Ghostbusters. Quote me, quote, shit!
It fucking sucks. I like the Scorpion.
The Scorpion King didn't age well. We used to like it too.
I liked the Scorpion King when I first watched it. Don't get me wrong, like you said, for what it was.
Yeah.
Which is a cheesy, schlocky, summer action fest with comedy in it. It was what it was. Chuck Russell is the king of B grade big budget. You know, that's what he does. That's his direction shtick for forever. So for what it was, you're absolutely right. I enjoyed the Scorpion King. Then we revisited and we're like, man, woo, this is a stinker right here.
We couldn't even finish it.
It did not age.
We used to like it. Yeah, we were like, yeah, that's pretty fun.
Yeah, it was. It was a bad one to revisit. Another bad one to revisit, Godzilla, which was bad to begin with.
Yeah.
And now we're talking about the American 90s remake. We did a video on that. That's going to come out sometime soon. But fuck, we couldn't even get through that.
Yeah, it was impressively bad. And that was your choice for that week?
Yeah. Yeah, don't rewatch it, Al. It's not good.
It was pretty bad.
It ripped our sacks off. I love the 90s one as a kid. The Godzilla one, you know what? A lot of people did, oddly enough. I remember, now mind you, I liked the Godzilla from Japan. So when I saw the American Godzilla, and I was willing to give it a chance, I was like, ooh, this is something. But I knew a lot of people that liked it. You know, they enjoyed it as a stupid popcorn fare, which that's all it really could be. But that's why, you know what? And in fact, that was part of the driving choice behind seeing it again. One was I was almost 100% sure it was going to still suck.
Yeah.
But then the other part was, what if I could just watch this and take Godzilla out of it? It's not a Godzilla movie. It's just a movie called Godzilla.
Well, the lizard.
What if I could just take the idea of Godzilla out of it and just watch it as a big, stupid popcorn movie? And I tried it, and woo, it still sucked. It sucked so fucking hard.
We couldn't finish it. It wasn't like an enjoyable suck that we were like mocking. It was just we were silent and dreading our lives.
Yeah, Al, you got to go back and rewatch Godzilla 97, the American 90s one, and tell me if you still. I hope you grew out of that, because fuck, dude, it's horrible, dude. It is atrociously paced. The characters are absolute trash. Effects aged horribly. It's
Hank Azera's in it.
It's unsalvageable, and I'm one to give things a second chance, but it's worth looking at again just to see how atrocious it is, because it really is bad. I will say, Al, that I'm glad that you're one of the few dudes out there that loves Titanic, because I've stood by Titanic for a long time, and I know it was kind of a pariah for dudes because they were like, damn, our chicks are taking us to see this shit, and we don't want to see it. And, you know, it just became a thing in pop culture to hate Titanic because, let's face it, women were the ones that put it over the fucking moon. But, yeah, man, I absolutely love Titanic. I think it's a fucking great film.
Hold on. I think we gotta address this Marcus ape hate, apparently.
Why do they keep making these Planet of the Apes movies? Oh, man, Marcus, you just stepped on some ape feces.
We're about to fling our feet at you.
Let me see. Hey, you know what? Hold on. Before we get to Marcus's fucking transgression, I know a lot of people. I have a good friend whose opinion I respect a lot about movies, even though we disagree on some stuff, who loves Armageddon. You know what I'm saying? And I hate Michael Bay with a fiery fucking passion. If I could, don't get me wrong, I don't want to kill anyone, but if I could kill someone in cinema, it would probably be Michael Bay. He's fucking crap. But even I have a Michael Bay movie that I like. Actually, I have two Michael Bay movies that I like. Now, one of them is not Armageddon, but I like The Rock, the movie, not the man.
You should have had Dwayne The Rock.
You should have. And I like The Island. You know, I really like.
You know what? We saw that recently because you liked it, and it was pretty cool. It does suffer from a bit of too much action at the end, but it was actually a pretty cool movie.
Yeah. So all's forgiven for liking Armageddon. I know plenty of people that still love Armageddon. You know, I'm not one of them myself, but I do see why somebody would like it. Now, Transformers, I'm not going to forgive. Let me see. Titanic, I love because of the personal reasons. I studied the ship for years. And before the movie came out, I'm hijacking the chair. No, hijack away, man.
This apes thing, though.
Oh, we're getting to the apes thing. I love The Rock, Armageddon, Pearl Harbor. Wasn't bad. You know what? I went to go see Pearl Harbor the night it opened, and I was fucking pissed. But before you assume that means I hate the movie, I think the movie is beautifully shot. I think the action is amazing. I just think the insistence of shoveling in this forced love story completely destroyed the movie, and it was overlong because of that. It was very cheesy. It wasn't a good love story. I'm all for a love story. You know, I cried at La La Land for crap's sakes, but that's what derailed Pearl Harbor for me. I thought the action was unbelievable in it. And before we continue down that road, we got to address this Planet of the Apes thing. Look here, Marcus.
You're a boy.
You're a boy, but you've just gone over the fucking edge here. The last 3 Planet of the Apes movies, the new trilogy, the new beginning, this is where it's at. These are the Planet of the Apes movies now.
Yeah.
The original series of Planet of the Apes movies, the first one is great. It's a classic for a reason. It's amazing still. But part 2 was fucking garbage. Part 3 and 4 were pretty fucking great in terms of what they said about our society, which has always been the strength of Planet of the Apes. But then they decreased in quality. And so it's always been a rocky road for the original Planet of the Apes series. This series got progressively better.
He redeemed himself. He hasn't seen the new ones because of Mark Wahlberg's.
Look, Marcus, I get you. The Mark Wahlberg ones suck. But it's not linked to these new 3 ones.
Yeah.
This is a completely new series. And it is fucking excellent. And they get better. Oh, man. War for the Planet of the Apes,
Dude,
is a fucking minted classic. A neo-Western, post-apocalyptic chunk of badassery.
somehow some of the best acting comes from apes.
Yep.
So watch them, or else you get feces flung at you, I guess.
Yeah, Al Smith says Pearl Harbor was trying too hard to be Titanic. It was, man. It really was. And it came to its detriment. If it was just a historical biopic of some sort, even if it was a fictionalized version of stories, it didn't involve this Titanic dynamic, it would have been a pretty good movie. The action was... First of all, the action was warranted in that one. Usually, Michael Bay would just shove action in for no good reason. In that one, it was warranted, and it looked amazing. No, dude. No, Marcus. They are not booty.
Plus,
They are not booty.
plus the first one's got our boy, the Franco, a.k.a. Mackenzie Dern.
All of them have boys of ours. James Franco, Gary Oldman, and of course, my boy, Woody Harrelson.
Yeah. And Bad Ape.
Bad Ape, Andy Serkis getting his ape on
Yeah.
as he does best. Oh yeah, man, they're good. Let me see. I'm looking for something to watch on Netflix right now.
Don't watch The Vault.
Oh, Cube is excellent, dude. Yeah, Cube is one of my favorites. Sequels all suck. I'm trying to think of something
Not The Vault.
on Netflix that's pretty great. Hold on. Shit. You already saw The Ritual. It's escaping me right now.
The Void.
That's not for everybody.
True.
Yeah, I can't think of anything. Cube. The Titan was pure ass. What the fuck is the Titan?
Yeah, what is the Titan? I can look this up. Enlighten us on the Titan. The Titan. Oh. It's a film. 2018 film. 17% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Ooh.
Starring Sam Worthington. Sam Worthington is another alien human. Man, he's got them hybrid roles on lock, doesn't he?
Yeah, he was a god-human hybrid in the fucking Titan movies.
He was a cyborg human hybrid in Terminator.
Damn, Sam Worthington is just playing hybrids. Sam Worthington, look, Sam Worthington, oh yeah, hold on, let me get to the Veronica thing right now. Sam Worthington's star fell dramatically after Avatar. The only reason he's going to be heard of again in any big way is because he's intrinsically linked to Avatar. But everything he's done since then has failed and or gone by the wayside. So
He was an alien hybrid in that.
he's always been a hybrid.
Shit.
Did y'all ever watch Veronica? Still never got... Dude, okay. Since you haven't seen Veronica, see it. Now I know you speak Spanish, but put the fucking subtitles on because it's Castellan Spanish, so they use a lot of terminology that's not very familiar to us, Mexican Americans over here. But absolutely fucking yeah. All right, I will be right here. Watch fucking Veronica. It is. I don't know. Again, what is spooky is subjective to people, but it takes a lot for me to be like kind of spooked, unnerved. I was unsettled by Hereditary, but not spooked. It was more the paranoid nature of the way the thing was written. But Veronica is just like it taps into the things that you fear type of, notion and vibration of, and feeling, So, Veronica, since you haven't seen it, see that shit. It's pretty fucking great. Pretty fucking great.
Unlike The Vault.
Unlike The Vault, which is complete anus, apparently.
It was pretty good, though.
Oh, fuck.
The back of my head is like soaking wet, I just want to say. The front of my head is okay.
Man, I saw a water bottle around here somewhere.
I'm not gonna lie, I stole your water bottle and drank the shit out of it. It was pretty good. Unlike these Tic Tacs.
Oh, man. Yeah, Veronica. Am I supposed to pick up something to eat and watch since no 8 movies? Yeah, no 8 movies on there. Yeah, man. Get your eat on. Get your little grub on. Get your little fucking Spanish horror flicks on.
Dude, you do gotta watch the Apes films, though.
Yeah, for shizzle.
Start with our boy Franco. Looking like Mackenzie Dern.
He has a little... What?
He looks like... Remember I discovered that she did the Franco face?
Oh, that's right.
I would still totally hit that, though. Franco, I mean. Not Mackenzie Dern.
Yeah, those Tic Tacs fucked up my teeth.
Yeah, they're really bad, dude. They leave like a lingering pain, I feel, for some reason.
Oh, I got a broken tooth in the back and it just crept up in there.
I don't, and they still hurt my teeth.
I'm gonna get a water.
Oh no, leaving me to my own devices?
Get naked.
Shit. This is where I would like to... Oh man. You know what? Stay tuned, because Ahab has a lot to say about that film. A lot to say about that. In fact, we have a review on Creep that's coming up. So, he'll tell you about it. Dude. You got some fodder.
Let me see, I watched Creep last night. Oh, Marcus. What? I am confused why anybody would like these fucking movies. They are atrocious.
Well, we only saw the first one.
Yeah, I don't know about the second one, to be fair, and I will give it a shot when I forget about how awful the first one was. But, yeah, I could not get behind Creep. I could not. It was garbage, man. To me, it was the epitome of something that is lazily, just haphazardly thrown together. And apparently, upon research, we found out that they were just making it up as they go along, which makes a lot of sense when you see how it all ends up. But the real problem was the people were the stupidest motherfuckers on earth, especially the videographer guy. Aaron,
yeah, that was my problem with the movie. I didn't hate it as much as you, but I thoroughly disliked that character, which, I think his name was Aaron. He was really bad.
Oh, he thought they were bad good.
Oh, okay.
Man, I can't even go into that territory. The main the bad guy, I can't even remember his fucking name.
Stinky Pete
just annoyed the fucking shit out of me. I was like, man, I wouldn't put up with this dude for a second.
Here's why I didn't hate him so much, at least in the beginning, because I knew one of my counselors was exactly like that. And I was like, man, this is a real person. That being said, they never did anything creepy with it. So it was just an annoying real-life person that I knew in a movie for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
If they had gone to more creepy lengths, man, all right.
Yeah, there's nothing about that guy that seemed other than just being like a normal, annoying, disturbing fuck that
Yeah.
you meet. There's nothing about him that seemed scary. Nothing about him that seemed anything but cringy. Oh man, I wanted to punch him so bad. The second could have been better. It wasn't great either. Oh man. Yeah.
These movies have like 95 and 100%.
I don't understand. Yeah, I don't understand that score at all. I don't get it. Except that my theory is that people were trying to ascribe more to it than there's actually there, calling them clever. In reality, they're just made up garbage. A fucking wolf thing.
His name Wolfie?
I don't even care.
I don't remember.
One of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life.
Interestingly enough, I was gonna bring this up when someone mentioned U-Bowl, but Marcus recommended Rampage to us. We might have to check it out.
I want to see the the Holocaust movie he made. What was it called? Auschwitz?
I don't know. It's probably called like Poor Little Hitler Guy or something.
Whatever it was. Movies I plan on seeing this weekend. Veronica.
I wanted to
Yes.
see Raw. Raw sounded interesting.
Raw. Which one's Raw?
It's like a chick who I guess gets like a taste for human flesh and starts eating people
Wait, I'm
and
thinking
shit,
of
some shit
something
like
else.
that. I think.
Yeah, he made a Holocaust movie. It was it's called Auschwitz, and it was supposed to be his serious movie.
Oh, man.
And I don't know, maybe he pulled something out of the bag, maybe he didn't, because by now, it's the go-to for critics is to call U-Bowl movies shit.
Yeah.
Because they are, like, almost always shit. So, he may have made something at least fairly decent, but apparently he goes into exploitation territory by getting too graphic with the stuff to where it becomes distasteful. But it could just be critics, doing their typical thing. I don't know, but let's face it, Uwe Boll, U-Boll, whatever you want to call him,
Well, Uwe Boll
fucking sucks.
Uwe Boll does play a SS guard in it, so
Yeah.
at least you'll get to see him as a Nazi. It does have a 73% of people who liked it on Google reviews. That doesn't really mean much because I've noticed Google reviews are just stupid people sucking weenies. It does have a 3.2 on IMDb though.
Yeah. I'll watch it. I can't imagine it being good compared,
Yeah.
considering he's always made garbage.
Well, apparently, Rampage is pretty good.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
But yeah, Raw
Yeah.
sounded interesting. I actually added it to my list. I was so close to watching that instead of freaking The Vault, but I made the mistake of opening that vault, and I regretted it. Look, I love me some Franco, but he got paid for making a stupid ass face for an entire movie. And I kind of have to commend him a little bit for it. I mean, shit.
If you're gonna get paid, might as well be for having a stupid ass face.
I mean, I don't get paid, and I have a stupid ass face 24/7.
That's probably because you cover it up.
Yep.
Point is, what was the other one? The Transfiguration. Are these all on Netflix?
Raw is. Veronica is. I don't know about it.
I'm assuming they are, since
Yeah.
he's naming two of them that are on Netflix. Point is,
House of the
yeah,
Dead.
they are on Netflix. I haven't heard of the Transfiguration. Oh man,
We're planning on watching Marmaduke after the stream.
the ultimate in terror, Marmaduke.
It's the scariest movie ever made. If you want to see why Owen Wilson wanted to kill himself, just watch freaking Marma.
It's not even Marmaduke.
No, it's-
Marmaduke is the sequel. Marmo was the first
Yeah.
one.
Marmalade.
Marmaduke.
I want them to make marmalade that tastes like Marmaduke. See, this is we've reached the point where I'm bringing Marmaduke and marmalade. That's not a good point.
All right, Marcus.
Yeah, I think we're gonna end it.
Yeah, we're gonna cut it
I
off
hit
here.
the wall of Marmaduke. Yes, it is a comic strip, and it sucks.
Yeah, he hates it. Paddington forever, bitch. Yeah, he hates fucking Marmaduke. I don't have enough of a memory of it to hate it,
It's one of the worst.
but I'm gonna assume that it fucking sucks.
It's just a freaking dog not doing anything amusing or mildly funny. It's literally just like a dog walking, and that's the strip. Shit. Anyway, we should probably wrap this one up.
We should wrap this up. Thanks, guys, for hanging out. Michael Keller for being here earlier. Al, we hope to see you again in one of our live little streams. We certainly hit you up every now and then, of course. And anyway, we'll talk more about movies and all other kinds of nonsense next time. Check out our videos if you haven't. And we're out.